And no problem.
So they fly in for it. So it's not just local.
I'm going to be in Rim Rock.
A lot of SEC guys, a lot of, we got top 3 or 4 quarterbacks for back 2 classes.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's awesome. Well, and have guys like Peterman come back and show up and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't hurt, right?
It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't help us do things.
Really?
Because like this class of high school kids, if we want them in middle school, because that means we get 6 years. But this is,
Ending a lot earlier.
it's fine. They know who DeAndre Johnson is before they beat him.
I got
Do you know what I mean?
Now, so why are they coming to your camp then? Why would they fly
Well,
in?
we do individual. They fly for individual.
And you'll
We
only have
just
to
do
worry about,
we do 6 or 7 hours on the weekend where they fly in.
Okay.
there'll be one pregame
I'm
where
training
that you might be able to throw
On
that
top of sessions of every.
update in. That's the baseball game.
Yeah, the camp was free.
This coverage starts at 30, so
Yeah,
you want
it did,
to
absolutely.
blow that up.
That's good.
Wish it would be free for me.
Then when you
Good
got
stuff.
Yeah, if Ty ever decides to play football more, come on.
one, you'll have the liner
Yeah.
before that.
Stop spending all that money traveling all over the world.
So it's exactly the same.
And, I always thought I would be a football guy. I always tell, you know what I tell them?
Don't play football?
No. No, what I'd like to do is be, depending on how many sports he plays, whatever, is, because I think he loves football, he likes football, and I did too a lot. Yeah. I was tiny like he was, and just never did it. But I wish I would have like gone and learned like some of the coaching or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even in high school, if you could go learn how to, what schemes are and whatever it is,
Yeah,
if you like it that much,
yeah.
if you don't want to play. I haven't checked recently. I thought they were going to. Now I haven't checked. There's no turf down. I know that with the walls are open. It's just a matter. I don't know because of the inner working, the guts of it, the technology.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess 10 days away.
Wow. So I have Nate on tomorrow?
He says, yeah, he says he's gonna join us. I gotta check back with him tomorrow. I'm assuming he's going up to camp.
He leaves actually like Wednesday, they go to a wedding or something.
Oh, really?
Thursday, yeah.
You go, James.
So I'll see him tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh, you'll see, he'll be over there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you.
Good show, guys.
How you guys doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good.
Energy drink?
Huh?
Make
Energy
sure
drink?
You're
Sure.
checking that.
You
See
want
if
white
we
or
get
purple?
any, comments on it.
So the last time I had it on
White
my
or
phone.
purple? Purple.
So I may not even have to look
Sweet.
at
That's just what the doctor ordered.
She always has great
We went down to Silver Glen Springs to do some swimming today.
What is Silver Glen Spring?
It's spring fed,
Isn't that cold
swimming.
water?
Yeah, a little cold water therapy. Man, it feels good.
I can't do that.
When you're in control
I
of your
must have
finances,
snorkeled
feeling
for
you're
2 hours around the
future,
spring where it upwells. They,
You gotta do that today?
Yeah. It's only about an hour's drive from here.
being confident with our money. That's our next step.
We got down there early and we were all swum out by about 2 o'clock or so, and on our way back, that's when all the storms started
Now's
rolling
the
in.
time to join TPC Sawgrass with a Dice Valley annual pass. Enjoy the lifestyle but not a golfer? Join the TPC social membership and ask about a $300 credit. Call TPC Sawgrass at 280-2412.
So we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We just sharing.
The Jaguars make
I'm gonna tag you, put a share on your page.
victorious today.
I can't.
Check you, see where you're at, so we can get you.
I think it was hitting
The
out the
Jaguars
corner of my
released
eye.
rookie defensive back Charlie Miller via injury
That's
settlement
all I
today.
see.
Miller joined the team as a free agent May 1st after a 4-year career at Dartmouth. The Jaguars now have 89 players on
delay
the
is
roster.
crazy.
The Jumbo Shrimp avoided the sweep today against the
Like
Chattanooga
on the
Lookouts,
video,
winning
like you're
9-6
watching the
as
video,
John
and
Norwood
you'll see
reached
what's
base on
going on.
all 5 at-bats and scored 3 runs to help the Shrimp erase a 6-run deficit. He was named the
We got
Southern
6 points.
League Player of the Week today, and the
And
Jumbo Shrimp
obviously,
head back to Jacksonville for a
Zeke.
5-game homestand
Yeah.
against the Tennessee Smokies
Dante
Wednesday
Foreman.
with
Talk
first
about
pitch at
John.
7:05. Stay tuned for the
Wide
sports with
receiver.
Denny Thompson and James
Why can't I
Coleman.
think of his name?
That's coming up next, right here on 10 to
Wide
XL.
receiver.
Justin Blackman.
What he do?
Cam.
Yeah.
Blake Borders and Greg Marone talking about
Sports on Jacksonville Sports Station 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I was just about to gripe about nothing coming through my headphones.
You got to plug it in, bro.
Yeah.
Just I'm not well versed when it comes to electronical equipment, but plugging in things helps.
It does help.
Appreciate the water, bro. I was a little parched.
I'm here for you, man.
I decided to, instead of eating dinner, I was gonna have a stogie, and then I completely forgot.
Instead of eating dinner, you're gonna have a stogie?
Yeah, I completely forgot. I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Why is my mouth dry? And I looked around. I'm like, oh, yeah, about that. Probably should have stopped and got some water.
Yeah. Well, you're listening to the Sports Den. Speaking of parched, if you're parched, you need to go buy ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, which is who brings you this show. Go support them. You know you want to. If you've already had a couple, just have them deliver it to you. You can go to shipt, SHIPT.com, and they'll deliver it right to your door.
Make sure you pronounce that the right way. And you type it in the right way.
I don't care how you type it in. I just got to make sure I pronounce it. How they type it in.
Well, I was just saying,
Don't get me fined.
If you forget the P, I can't. I'm not liable for what you find.
Oh, that's true. Okay. There you go.
Because, people watch this show. I mean, well, now they can watch the show on Facebook Live.
Yeah, Facebook Live.
They listen to the show with their kids, and I don't want them to have that. I don't want that kind of karma.
We don't need those problems.
Yeah. I got enough to answer for when it's all said and done. And I don't want to have to answer for that.
For some kid stumbling across.
Yeah.
Coming to you from the Thin MD Med Spa Studios. You went by there today, you said.
Yeah.
Good week?
Yeah, not bad. Right now I'm just kind of just plateauing a little bit. If I got to re-get on it for me to lose this last 20 to 30.
Hold on. Re-get on it or get on it? Because re-get on it is implying that you ever got on it.
All right, I got to do some things a little differently in order for me to
This ABC deal is just really hindering.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's just all the other things that we get an opportunity to do. So, everywhere we go.
Like yesterday?
Yeah, well, yesterday. So, yesterday was, I don't remember the last time that I've seen Honey.
Scott, did you see my Facebook Live yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so James and I go out and work this Coaches Against Violence camp.
Right.
All right,
work
so
is a relative term for me.
Great. It was a great turnout. Great job by those guys.
Yeah, they did a very good
Mike
job.
Holloway and Travis McCall did an awesome job. Tons of coaches out there. And so I look around, man, there's people getting after it. Getting after it. I'm like, where's James? And then all of a sudden I look over, this dude is at the concession stand. He ain't been there 5 minutes.
Wait a minute. First off, time out. Let me explain the reason why. First off, I didn't go straight to the concession stand, so I want to correct you on that.
I said you ain't been there 5 minutes.
Yeah, I went to the Honey Dripper lady first.
The food truck.
The food truck. So, Honey Drippers are amazing. They're and this lady takes it up to the next level. She had, fresh mango. Well, I'm assuming it's a lady because Honey Dripper lady was on the name of the sign.
It's
so
a good assumption.
Good assumption. But she had fresh mangoes and strawberries in it. So I was like, cool. I haven't had any fruit today, so I can go get my daily vitamin C intake.
It's like a smoothie. And
then, they had the barbecues going, the grill going, and all this other stuff.
Right out there.
And it smelled good. And, I think I was hurting. I hadn't done anything. So my blood sugar was a little low. So I figured, I might need to get some food before I go out here and start coaching. So I went and got me a hot dog. I told him to put it on the grill for a little bit longer because I like it burnt.
So you were fueling up.
Yeah, I was fueling up, and then I got after it, man. Some of these kids, man, I'm gonna tell you about this. Granted, it was a great outcome.
Mm-hmm.
It was needed. People will say, again, when we talk about social media stuff, people go look at me saying, my comments on football camps, but this is a little bit different. This is occupying kids' time. I believe this was necessary and needed. But some of these kids, boy, they believe they are it. And I had to show them something. Listen, man, don't let the smooth taste fool you. I just look like this right now, and I'm looking better. But these feet were known back in the prime. You can go YouTube some video and go see these feet get down and go see me in the end zone now. So I had to show a couple kids how to do it. They're like, you're just a fullback. I'm like, listen, bro, I wasn't no fullback. I wasn't the fullback in the sense of what you know.
I was fullback because I was 260.
Yeah, I scored touchdowns. I was a short yardage specialist. 3rd and 1, the entire nation knew who was getting the ball when I was playing at Florida State. So it wasn't no secret. It wasn't no trick plays. Matter of fact, I got so good my junior year. I didn't do it my senior year because then it got started getting scary. I would come up to the line saying, "You already know what's coming." 34 belly. It's not about if you know what's coming. It's about can you stop this. And then so I got a little full of myself. But one kid was like this, and one little kid tried to buck me. Had his little University of Miami Adidas shirt on. I said, "Did you just try his mom?" And his mom screamed because I ran over and attacked the kid.
Dang it, Coleman.
He tried.
We can't be doing this stuff.
He dropped his shoulder and tried to run his feet on me. And I said, "Did you just?" So I ran over and I well, you don't know Goldberg, but I speared him. Not in a loving way.
Coleman.
Like I didn't hurt the kid, but I let him know. It was just a little bit to let him know. Yes, he was 8. It's not the point. I played to win. Y'all think it's a game on social media. I beat up my son. It was 4. I don't beat him.
I was gonna say
that's abusive. I ain't Adrian Peterson. But like when he comes up and he tries to act like all of a sudden because my son thinks he's 230. He thinks he's 6'3", 230. So I have to let him know, like, dude, you 4 years old. I'm gonna beat you up while I can. Because I'm an older dad. I'm gonna be an older dad. And it's gonna I got to build it into him now to where he's a little fearful when he gets a little older. But it was good turnout. A lot of energy is going on. Hey.
Well, and so you may not have been able to do that if you didn't. I can't talk. If you didn't have the honey dripper.
If I didn't have the honey, I was going off of
why
sugar.
Why can I not talk tonight?
I don't know.
I've been feeling like crap all day.
Huh? It's been
raining. Cold all day.
Been in the rain. It was raining yesterday. That was the part that sucked. I was once I was
glad,
moving, I was saturated. It wasn't hot though.
We got 3 minutes to do our 6 points. 6 points brought to you by 6 Points Quarterback Training, my quarterback training company. Come on out if you want to. 6 Points Jacks is on all the social media. If you want to train, come train. If not, don't. That easy. What's point number 1? It's got to be guys getting in trouble in the NFL, right?
Let's do that. A lot of guys got in trouble. One in particular.
Guys getting in trouble, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. What happened?
Guys got in trouble.
Yep.
And this guy, you know what? You know why I'm a little upset with this person? I kind of defended him over on Saturday.
I'm still going to defend him.
Yeah, but
I'm still going to defend him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll get into that in a second, but yeah, I need to hear more. But we'll get into that. A rookie got in trouble as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's just stupid.
Speaking of trouble, let's go ahead and we can branch off to the next one. Let's talk about Justin Blackman a little bit, man.
He's in trouble?
No, I'm mad at him, but he's not in trouble. Sometimes you can reclaim, or I don't really know, but he's doing some good stuff.
Okay. I also want to talk about a tweet that Cecil Shorts had today about him. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
3:05. Is the show just starting?
No,
it starts at 7 o'clock.
We've been on.
Okay. Every Monday.
Even if he was here, I don't think either one of us sound like Frangie. So, I mean, Frangie's got like, we are not that good. We are not going to start.
How much is a billboard?
O'clock.
How much is a billboard?
Somebody
forget these points for a second. How much is a billboard?
A lot more than we bring in.
Is it really?
I don't know.
Somebody hit us up and let me know how much a billboard is, please. All right, what's point 3?
Actually, you know what? If it ain't that bad, I would. I want that one right there where 10 and 95 come at. Like when you come, I want something like it's some prime.
You want a high traffic billboard?
Just put something ridiculous.
We'll work out a trade
for the culture.
Yeah.
All right. So
for the culture.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's important.
Actually, and that leads to a bigger conversation. Panthers and just the GM position in general. Where is it in the NFL?
Or the culture of winning. That's what I want to get into.
Well, is that the same point?
Probably.
Okay.
Something like all in the same point.
Well, we're going to be hurting for 6. So if you want to make that 2, you go ahead.
No, we could talk about we talked about Frangie's national, baby.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm going to put it down.
Frangie made national.
Frangie is a point.
He made a prediction, or he made a comment that just, and I agree with him. That's one of my favorite coaches that he talked about and said that he is on track to be a superstar.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't wait to hear this. Okay, that's what, 4?
Yeah.
Intern, you got something?
How long does it take for a quarter?
I can't. Intern just gave me the finger. He just said, hold on. Like we're in the middle of a segment. And this dude's looking at his phone. He just goes like this.
Forget about being in the middle of a segment. An intern just told you to hold on.
He literally just gave me the wait a second.
I don't know any other profession where an intern comes in and talks to the bosses and says, wait a minute.
Some woman.
You hold on.
Put some respect on my name.
What the hell's going on
Just
here?
made me forget. How long does it? Like you're a quarterback guy, so this is why I want to get your perspective on. it.
Okay.
How long does a quarterback need to be in the NFL for you to have to stop simplifying things?
Okay. We can get into that. That's a great one, actually. We got 8 o'clock.
My 8 o'clock is this, even though I'm not
But
guilty
don't give
of
it
this.
away.
Oh, I thought we always talk about the 8 o'clock.
No,
so
just
people
say
can-
we've got 8 o'clock.
We've got 8 o'clock there.
Okay,
We've
at
got
8 o'clock. And then we've got the Jag segment.
we got to break that down. So where are we at now?
Who they play? Where are we at? Week 3?
Oh, we're in London.
Is that
Baltimore.
the London game?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Okay. Well, there you go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the extra point.
Boom.
7.
There we go. And we'll figure some other stuff to talk about. Make sure you hit up the Duval 4 text line, 904 for our people who are listening out of town, 641-1010. Call us or text. It's always popping. We already got people who are questioning when the show start time. So that's always a good start to it.
Social media.
Social media. Hopefully the intern will be on his job. So if you go to @sports,
Whenever he gets done doing whatever he's doing, he'll join us.
@sportsden_live, go check out the Facebook live feed. Make sure you hit the comments. Hopefully he's reading the comments so we can know. Somebody did ask a great question that we could talk about off the air. We can't say it on the air, but we can discuss that.
Okay.
Something about our favorites.
Okay.
But other than that, I think we got to. So that segment's done. Oh, what is 6 points? Who brings us 6 points?
I do.
Train with you if you want to. If you
If you don't.
don't.
Yep. We'll be right back.
Oh, there it is.
I said, you got any points? He goes,
He said
I
when
was
we were
looking
in
up
there,
your
he said
billboard
he had
prices.
all the he had some points for us.
I didn't say
I
that.
thought you said when I
Nah.
talked about the Panthers GM, you said
Nah.
what?
I was looking at your billboard prices. 1,500 for
how long?
for rent for a 14 by 48 billboard.
No, I don't.
It doesn't say how long it. I mean this.
In Jacksonville?
15. Do we like click a button? Or?
I said, you got anything? That man said.
I was looking up your billboard.
Okay. What did you walk into the studio with?
Oh, my notebook and my information device.
Just says 1,500. Doesn't say how long. Just says June 28, 2017. That's not even the current. But just whoever asked for, you said they asked my favorite curse word.
Yeah.
It's got to be the F one, right? It's exclamation point. I don't even remember.
Oh, Hickok's gonna slide up.
Oh, sweet. It's the international.
Oh, did you see today too? I saw that Kid Rock is running for U.S. Senate.
Yeah.
I was at a gas station. I saw that.
You know what? Depending on where he's at, he might win.
He will win. It should be in Tennessee.
I don't even know my past.
Favorite cuss word? Somebody asked us that. Who asked us that?
I can't think. He told me. He told me about it.
Who has a favorite cuss word?
Everybody has to go to. Oh man, put this on.
Depends on the
We may get into this. Former Ohio State linebacker Chris Spellman sues the school over use of likeness.
What's he doing?
Suing Ohio State. I got teams talk about short-term guaranteed deals to create a hedge.
Remember I talked about that 2 years ago when they were negotiating Russell Wilson's thing. I said that's where teams are going to start going. They're going to start going 3 years, free guaranteed contracts.
I think that's smart.
I do too.
Dysfunction cures. Tons of pills and promises, but always an inconvenient solution at best. Hi, this is Pinnacle Men's Health, and let us introduce you to Wave Therapy, the most advanced ED solution ever created. Wave Therapy uses scientifically advanced, low acoustic waves.
Tony Aguilera said the F word has the most impact.
Oh, it does.
It depends on the situation.
If you're in a situation where you're cursing, pretty sure that it's not like great scenario.
I think it's great scenarios, but that's what you
I love that.
Mark McCurry said it has so many uses. the worst cuss word is quit. Didn't know quit was a cuss word. But
Quit?
Quit, yes. Quit.
McCurry put that.
Devin Martin put that.
You know Denver?
Jacksonville's Gator Station. 1010
He says in the phrase, I quit.
That's one of those good like, actually, like when I was trying to get motivation.
Yeah, for this, like motivational speech type stuff.
You come in my gym and you're running around here. You said the worst curse word ever. Put that on. I'm gonna spray paint. I quit. The worst curse word ever.
With the little quote mark of Devin.
Nah, I'm not giving him that. After Rodney, let me tell you what Rodney Blunt. I hope Rodney Blunt checks this out. Rodney Blunt was gonna steal my thing. He said, "Man, that was great." He said, "The beautiful thing about having all these D1 guys come in, you hear some stuff that you ain't never heard before. You can take it." Coach James said, "No running back is worth more than 2 phones." And you know what? I'm gonna start telling people that, and I'm gonna make them believe it came from me.
Hey, I'm going to
Yeah. He's doing the camp circuit. He's done more camps than we done. That's the only downside. I'm all camped out. I can't do another camp. Unless they got sausage dogs and honey drippers. They got honey drippers and sausage dogs, and it's for a good cause. Now, I ain't going to Ponte Vedra. No offense to Ponte Vedra kids before y'all get into it. They need love too, but it's a little different than mine.
Now I'ma tell the world, tell them, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell the world, tell them, yeah, I'm a billboard. I go up, tell
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
You are listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM, coming to you from Thin MD Med Spa Studios, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Guys getting in trouble.
Yes.
Is he talking in the middle of the segment?
Yeah. He's worried about the wrong thing. We're not worried about people. People going to come in and out of the Facebook. We still experiment with this Facebook Live thing. It's okay. It's okay. We only have 4. Just because it says 4 people, it's typically more people watching. That is just, they're passively watching.
All right. He says greatest intern of all time.
Yeah.
He's the greatest intern we've ever had.
Yes. We gotta work on this, man.
This was your responsibility, Jay.
I mean, I'm about to. You know what? I'm about to retract the only payment we were gonna give him if this keeps up.
I mean, I got the sign.
I mean, jeez.
He said, "Hold on a minute."
Offer a kid concert tickets, and then next thing you know, he gets like, whoa, slow your roll there, man. Let's calm down.
Guys getting in trouble in the NFL, man. It's a.
It happens.
It's a holiday.
I mean,
it's these 2 weeks before you know. It's the grind time.
What happens is you just relax. You're bored. You don't have any creative ways to take out this aggression,
and so you smoke weed and punch people.
Yeah, well, I think they would smoke weed whether they were in season or not. I think at this point, if you smoke weed, you're gonna smoke weed. But punching people is generally frowned upon, unless it was a really good reason.
Isn't that what the rookie got in trouble for? Dante Foreman?
For the kid from Texas, the running back?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's good. There you go, Jags fans. That's good. Knock out the running back.
How's he spell his name? D-O-N-T-A-E or E or A?
That's a good question. It will be Dante. So probably E.
No, it's D apostrophe O-N-T-A. Yeah, he's arrested on marijuana possession and weapon. Unlawful carrying of a weapon.
At this point, how do you why don't bro, it doesn't take but a couple seconds, but a little bit of time to go get your concealed carry.
Especially in Texas.
Like they encourage you.
I thought in Texas you had to take a class not to carry.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're coming out the womb, we got to teach Junior to shoot.
The gun. You hadn't even played yet.
Now you're in the substance abuse protocol. I mean, piss testing you. The lady's gonna come to your house, and you're gonna have to startle her because now this person's gonna want a CEP in a cup. Unlike the lady, unlike the person who when I was getting my life insurance.
According to University of Texas Police Department, so he was in Austin, officers initially responded to a report of marijuana smell coming from 3 cars parked outside a residence hall at 12:24 Sunday. So he went Matt Jones.
So he went back to school.
Oh, you ain't got somebody that's got an apartment in Austin? You got to sit in a car at 12:24 a.m.?
At this point, you have enough money. You've got a black card. Your agent should have gotten that handled for you.
He don't get a black card as a what was he, a third or fourth rounder?
Oh, okay.
He's got an Amex.
He's got an Amex, and he's got a pretty high limit spending.
Should
go get the really good penthouse with the balcony. Just go on your balcony, man.
Or go get a weed apartment. Go get a one bedroom somewhere that smells like weed everywhere.
So create a trap house. You're
basically
yes, you're in the NFL now. Stop going to these and corrupting these fine college students that don't do drugs. You go get you a trap house in the hood. That's safer.
I mean, don't sit in your car.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think the time to sit in your car and chief is well overdue. Matter of fact, they've got the pins now. You don't even. That's crazy.
Wow. Let's see. The running back was in Austin to visit friends.
Which I'm cool with. You go back to your school. You're the drafted guy. You want to go back and give your teammates hope and tell them like about the process, but. And you're the guy who can afford to buy the good stuff. Like, that's why, as long as he was smoking the good stuff, I typically give him. I'm just so over the marijuana and the stigma for it. After knowing some guys who do some things, like it's just some of them. That's just how they function. But it's just a way to do it. Don't be dumb. Like if you're gonna be,
do it in a house.
Yeah.
Don't go Matt Jones.
And then this is the part that trips me out. And Dom brings up a good point on text line. He does a lot. If we can just get Dom to show up one day, it'd be great. Who are these guys in their fault? They don't like when I was coming up, people were so happy that somebody made it that they were just like, you know what? Hey, just make sure I ain't in there more than 24 hours. I'm gonna eat this.
Chris
I'm gonna eat this. But I get it, but
I can't get down with that.
But he's the money. If the person who could post bail.
He ain't the money.
He's
ain't
going to
made a
have
team
it.
yet.
If he's a third-round pick at the Texans, he's got to compete with Alfred Blue. He's going to beat him out. They got him at second on the depth chart already.
He's guaranteed to be there 3 years. That's it.
Yes,
as a third-round pick.
3 years, he's probably going to get about close to $500,000 each one of those years. He's got more money than his friends. He could post a $10,000.
If you're making $500,000, you ain't giving me enough money to put something on my record.
A marijuana possession, it's not like they were moving keys. I get that. I get what you're saying. It's just a marijuana possession. Like, dude, take this. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Unless your friends just know you're full of crap like them.
He's saying that upon making his bond, he'll submit a urinalysis to confirm that he has not used marijuana.
Okay.
That it was not his. And that the gun was legal.
Well, if the gun was legal.
Then why are they saying it was?
Well, I mean, that cops can write. Listen, my dealing with neighborhood patrol makes me believe cops can write whatever they want to write, and there's some other dealings. But
I don't know the Texas law.
But if you do have a gun
in Texas, you could bring it anywhere.
But if you got a gun and you got weed, it's not a good situation, and maybe they didn't have the proper identification.
There's the quote of the night: if you got a gun and you got weed, it's not a good situation.
It ain't gonna go good for you. It ain't legal there.
So tell me what's going on with Zeke. Zeke's becoming high maintenance, dog.
Yeah. Well, Zeke keeps Zeke. This is why I can't keep defending Zeke, because Zeke keeps doing stuff that's putting like grabbing boobs on a parade float.
He didn't just grab them; he whipped them out.
I mean, whipped them out. You got that.
Not his boobs either.
Yeah, not his. You got the situation which he didn't get charged for, and they figured the girl was fabricating the entire situation with the domestic violence charge. But you can't go around knocking out club DJs.
It was a DJ?
It was a DJ. You can't go around knocking out club DJs, man. It's not a good look. Just stay in your lane. Just go get your VIP.
I didn't know it was a DJ.
Get your VIP. Stay in that area. They bring the alcohol to you if you drink. If you don't drink, fine. They'll bring you your cranberry juice, your pineapple juice, or whatever it is you do. Have your good time there. Get you one good little stroll.
Bro, it was only 9:40.
First off,
what are you doing?
What are you doing at a club at 9:40? There's two types of parties that you go to when you come a little bit adult. You either go to the club and you're clubbing, but you ain't going till like 11, 12 o'clock. You leave at 2, preferably 1:30, 1:45. You should never shut a club down. Or you have a day party, which is harder to get in trouble at a day party. because they're doing the day hanging out, but you're out of there by 7:00. Like at night, it's like, what, did you not like the ticket? I mean, did you like they told you that VIP is like $2,000 or something, and then you're just like, I'm gonna go punch the DJ?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. What could the DJ do at 9:40?
No one's Zeke. He probably
What
wanted
are they?
that, he wanted that glow stick music, and the DJ said, "Dadgummit, I'm not playing that, bro. This is not that type of club. We're playing Future for Russell Wilson." And we're playing all this other stuff, but we're not playing.
Hey, the better question is, what the heck's going on in Texas? So you got NFL running backs smoking weed in the car.
Right.
You got Pro Bowl running backs on a Sunday, not a Saturday, not a Friday, on a Sunday punching DJs in a club at 9:40.
Now you're supposed to be chilling, man.
Sunday at 9:40? Are clubs open on Sunday?
It's probably
Isn't that supposed to be the day of rest?
Nah, you can go clubbing any night in a big city any night of the week.
You shouldn't go clubbing on a Sunday.
I mean, Atlanta has a party going every
That's
day.
Atlanta. You can't go clubbing on a Sunday.
They
James.
gotta spend that oil money somewhere.
You think there was oil money in that club?
There's oil money everywhere in Texas. It spills over. It may not be the
You've
big
been watching
dogs.
Beverly Hillbillies?
It may not be the big dogs like the billionaires, but the billionaires buy stuff and then it trickle down the economics. What that, Reagan?
Trickle down.
And then, oh my God.
The name of the club is Clutch. And it's showing a picture of the outside of this club. I don't know, Zeke. Like, you may need to get a new squad, man. They're not advising you well at all. He turns 22 on Saturday, so he's just 21 years old. Mm-hmm. Okay, your first strike is that you played for Urban Meyer. So we know you're corrupt already. We already know there's something wrong with you.
You got strikes.
Right. So police are already on the lookout for you.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you walk away from Herbs, your protection's gone. So now you're 21. You're in Dallas. You just rushed for 1,000,000 yards your rookie year. You're out popping tops on women on a float in a parade or something like that, or on a roof bar.
Typically,
right?
Frowned upon.
Yes, not nice. Not something you should be doing. And now you're punching DJs. A DJ never hurt nobody.
DJs are there.
DJ's supposed to bring a good time.
Exactly.
Unite. They're supposed to unite people. You just walk over and punch this poor man. Broke his nose.
Wow, did you see this? Another running back for the Cowboys, Lucky Whitehead, got his dog stolen and they're holding it for ransom. Like,
hold on. This man's name is Lucky Whitehead?
Yeah, it's all kinds of ways you can. Yes, my man's name is Lucky Whitehead, and his dog was stolen. And the crazy thing though is, what a guy named Lucky Whitehead? What do you think a guy like Lucky Whitehead looks like? I mean, just take a wild step. I mean, they said a running back, but he's actually a wide receiver.
I don't know, James.
Well, Lucky Whitehead.
I'm trying to control myself.
5'9", 180 pounds with dreads, black dude. I thought he was gonna be a white guy. I mean, I don't know.
I would have assumed.
But his dog is stolen. He had him dressed up in the Superman outfit, which is kind of interesting. Most guys
have we ever talked about Lucky Whitehead? It seems like we have.
I think we talked about him when we were the wide receiver situation when they drafted the white wide receiver that I dislike. Not because he's white, but he pained me. The guy they drafted this year abused Florida State.
So is this confirmed that Lucky's dog was stolen and there's being held for ransom?
Yeah, Lucky Whitehead,
Lucky played at FAU.
Yep, who was in Florida when the dog was stolen, along with a couple of pairs of shoes and some bags, said initially the unknown robbers demanded $10,000 for the return of the dog. He said the man calling from an unknown phone number asked, "How much does the dog mean to you?" And said if you wanted the dog returned, you got to cut a check. Like, yeah. So
who steals a dog?
It's a nice looking dog. I mean,
you guys saw a picture of the dog?
Yeah, it's right here. Like I said, dog's on a Superman cape. I mean, this is the part that kind of, I can tell he really likes this dog. My father owns some dogs, and when I went to go visit him, beautiful pit bulls, and he loved his dogs, but he never, dressed his dogs. Like, But people have different affections. But what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
in
that's
Dallas?
right. Lucky was the one with 3 catches and 3 fumbles. Dom just reminded me.
Yes. Can't be too lucky.
No, you're right, Dom. No, Dom, we don't remember last Monday night show.
Nah, I don't remember. I barely remember what happened yesterday.
So, man, can't even hold on to his dog.
Man, come on, bro. Are you insinuating that he fumbled his dog?
Wow. Let's get the heck out of this. There's so much I'm about to say that I probably shouldn't say.
Any other trouble that people have gotten into?
I hope not. There will be by the end of the show.
Oh yeah, it's still heating up, and then guys are gonna come in early. They're gonna be partying it up, trying to get that last little hoorah before camp goes, and then somebody's gonna do something stupid.
Speaking of, Michael Vick said something today
about Lucky's dog.
No, I was just
okay.
Just made me remember that I want to get into as well. He said something to your boy Jason Whitlock.
Oh, did he? Please tell me he said it. Oh, they were on. He was on the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what he said on the other side. We'll be right back.
Lucky you get your dog stolen. I have to change.
Huh?
I have to change my name.
Oh,
Name's Lucky. You got 3 catches, 3 fumbles, and a stolen dog.
yeah, that's not lucky. It's not. My man said Lucky Whitehead. It sounds like the first Zit.
Kayla A. Coleman said hello. She said hello.
We don't talk to light skinned chicks.
Oh, she likes me. I mess with light skins. Devin said T-Pain's Turn the Lights Out was playing with Zeke Punch the DJ.
Oh, that's funny.
Tony Agolini said Zeke wanted to hear Nickelback and the DJ wasn't happy.
Hey, why don't people talk bad about? I love Nickelback, man. Am I weird?
I don't know. That's not my.
I really like Nickelback.
not my-
Do you like Nickelback?
Who's that? There is nothing wrong with Nickelback.
I don't know why people
Who's
bash
cussing
Nickelback.
now?
Nickelback is amazing, but Tony Agolini, who I just assumed would be a Nickelback fan,
Tony Agolini, I thought would be like the president of their fan club.
but Tony said that Zeke came and said that that Zeke came and requested Nickelback, and the DJ said this ain't that kind of club on me.
This used to be my house. These 2 rooms.
That's when you're the big time. I can't go anywhere and say, you know what? I used to run this place.
Now I run Atlanta.
Yeah, now I run Atlanta.
I don't really.
There's nothing wrong with Nickelback.
Who is Nickelback?
The band, Nickelback. You don't know who Nickelback is?
Lucky Whitehead's
Type of defense,
real
man.
first name is
Scott, can
Rock.
we come back with Nickelback?
Do Rockstar. I like that song.
How was the type of defense?
That Brett Favre didn't even know it.
Nah, that's not. Oh, man.
Brett Favre didn't
Brett Favre thinks it's something that you do to Sports Report.
I didn't know Brett Favre did 3.
3? Yeah. You know what? We had a theory about Brett Favre, right? Like, why would you keep playing when you're that old and you're addicted to painkillers? He secretly has like 10 kids.
Getting them.
10 kids spread. As much as he used to share himself around.
It's just like, who you just said?
What?
You keep getting the painkillers for free as long as you're in the league.
Well, no, I got that part. But what I'm saying is, for him to keep playing and having to make that money, I think he had some of these baby mamas to be quiet. That's the only way.
He's got Phil Mickelson problems.
Yeah. He's got Antonio Cromartie problems. Except for just not as publicized. Who does that? Hey, I'm Brett. You're Brett Favre. Why do you have to send a pic?
I don't know. That could That should be a podcast. Like, we need to educate guys that girls don't, like, that's not.
That, and then the only problem I have with Rob Kardashian is like, dude, first off, if anybody they can Google everything that she was crying about. So, like, he didn't have to share it. But, his baby mama ex cheated on him, so he retweeted. His name Black China, which anybody named Black China, you can already assume anybody named Black China what she does for a living. And she doesn't do taxes. So, but he retweeted like her naked pictures and things like that, and they're trying to get him for revenge porn. Like, you couldn't Google the week before Black China and see
all this
everything
that
that
came up.
She's a former stripper. Which, again, nothing wrong with that. Especially my whole thought process on strippers has changed. No, what I'm saying is, like, if you're just like at a regular low budget honky tonk bar, you can judge that person. But like, if they're like Magic City, like some of these high end, these women are making more than lawyers, the female lawyers. Like, that's a performance. Some of the things that they're able to do, it's like ballet on a pole. I wouldn't take her home to mama, but I would say I understand. It's like, I'm not condoning it. Like Bernie Mac said, not condoning it. So what I'm saying is, I understand.
The Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
What is this?
Nickelback.
Is this like one of their B-sides?
I guess. I don't know. It says Nickelback Never Again.
Okay,
never again play
this Nickelback. Okay, if this is what people are complaining about, I get it. I hate this song. I don't even know what this song is.
I've never heard it, but that's terrible. We were literally just defending Nickelback.
I can't defend that. Can't do it. Won't do it. I'd rather
you couldn't get us a good. There's no Nickelback loaded in the system.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I know Hacker listens to Nickelback.
We got Animals, Because of You, Breathe, Never Again, Learn the Hard Way, Moment. Oh, that's Nicki Minaj. So, but anyway,
Nickelback, Nicki Minaj.
Rockstar's not in the system.
Nope.
What's the song, like the really depressing song that like brought them on that? Like,
give me that set list again.
Animals, Because of You, Breathe.
Because of You. Play that real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Let me see what this is.
I was thinking of another Because of You. I think that was a
No, never mind. Nickelback's terrible.
Nickelback does hard rock? I thought Nickelback was like
I actually
like Daughtry or something.
This is terrible. No wonder.
Okay. Never mind.
All right, Aguilera, you're right.
I got you. I'm sorry, Nickelback.
Nickelback's awful.
If Zeke went requesting that, then if I'm the DJ, you got to punch me too, dog. You got to show me one.
I'll never defend them again.
Dang it, Zeke. I've been over here trying to defend you, and you over here requesting Nickelback at the club.
It's the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, coming to you from ThinMD Med Spa Studios. You need to get to thinmdmedspa.com. Let them get you in shape. Look, you know if you're overweight. You know you've been talking about doing something for, what? You've been on the I'll Start Monday diet for 5 years now. If James and I can do it, you sure as heck can do it. All right? So, I mean, just go to thinmdmedspa.com. Tell them we sent you. They've got a heck of a deal for Sports Den listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Just call them, tell them, hey, we heard about it on the Sports Den. They will hook you up within no time. You'll be feeling better. Just because you're 50 don't mean you have to feel like 50.
I mean, I'm not trying to – I don't really know how old the Mangler is, but I do know he said that he felt very youthful being on. So I'm not going to
put that man's business out there?
No, he just said he lost some weight and was feeling good about himself. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Same thing with me. I know I'm nowhere near as old as he is.
How old is the Mangler, I wonder?
I don't know. He played when the Jags were good, so you got to be pretty old.
Can our intern maybe look that up? Or will I get one of these?
No, wait.
Hold on. I'm looking at Twitter.
All right, what we got next?
I don't know. Oh, Mike Vick.
That's what I'm talking about. What's going on with Mike Vick? There's nothing. I mean, my man served time. Mike Vick, the NFL was better when the Mike Vick experience was happening.
So Michael Vick joined Jason Whitlock.
I hate Jason Whitlock, just in case nobody. Like, and I mean, with the full extent of the definition, worse than Lionel Hamilton, like, just, yeah. Let's just go ahead. What did he say?
Okay, so they asked him about
Jason
Colin
Whitlock
Kaepernick.
doesn't go. Jason Whitlock doesn't go to Thin MD. I can tell you that.
They asked him about Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
Here's what Vic says about Colin Kaepernick. He says it has nothing to do on why he's not playing anymore, okay?
Okay.
Has nothing to do with him being blackballed.
Okay.
The gesture that he made last year when he took the stand to do what he did, we all appreciated it. We respected it. It was a good thing. I really think the stand he took has nothing to do with him not having a job playing in the NFL right now. And being frank, Colin didn't have the best 2 years his last 2 seasons. It wasn't as productive as what we've seen him do. So in other words, what he's saying is the problem isn't his protest. The problem is he's not any good.
And that's what Mike Vick said?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's...
And he goes into details. Like he really goes into details, and he says, maybe it was the coaching changes.
Mm-hmm. He did have a couple of different OCs.
He said, and he says what I've been saying now for a while. He said it's going to have to be a team that suits his skill set and what he does well. Mobility inside and outside the pocket, making plays with his feet, maybe a little bit of the wildcat, which is gone now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But it has to be some kind of scheme that helps Kaepernick and that team's in terms of productivity. Any other type of offense I don't think will help him right now because it's going to take him so long to adjust and learn the system, protections, blitzes, what to look for, receivers. That type of camaraderie doesn't happen overnight. So he did then say he's surprised that no team was willing to give Kaepernick a shot as a backup, and he doesn't doubt Kaepernick's commitment to football.
You suck.
But Vic also.
What I'm saying is though, you're terrible. You're terrible.
Committed to sucking.
You're a terrible quarterback. Your last 2 years prove it. Forget anything else you did. You're just awful. That being said, I don't understand why anybody doesn't even take the stab when you as a backup. You're terrible. You're awful. You can't even hold a clipboard. Like, God forbid we have to put you in a game. Like,
maybe he was kneeling to study protections or something.
nah. It's interesting that he said that because Steve Young has gone on record as to saying he's surprised.
What are they just asking left-handed quarterbacks about Kaepernick?
Pretty much. Or actually left-handed quarterbacks who are athletic and that people consider that weren't, quote-unquote, maybe your standard type of quarterback. And I'm really shocked that I'll go into what Steve Young said after my analysis of Michael Vick. It's very interesting because a lot of the same knocks that people have on Colin Kaepernick, people said the same things about Michael Vick, especially when he came from out of jail. 2 years removed from the NFL. He wasn't really the best. He didn't have the best progression with his reads.
Dare compare those two?
Well, no. One, Michael Vick's arm strength is stupid, and he's got crazy speed. But when we talk about, like, Michael Vick was a created player on Madden. Like, you just took your quarterback, bumped his speed up to 99, bumped his agility up to 99, and you just run around and then throw the ball to somebody who's wide open. It's backyard football. That's what made Michael Vick great. Again, not saying he's the greatest, but I'm looking at it more when Michael Vick was taken out of his prime, went to jail for 2 years, and then had to come back to a team with all of the baggage that similar situation.
You just said when he was taken out of his prime.
He was taken out. Like he was really playing at a high level and went and pretty much had 2 years where he didn't do anything. When
he wasn't taken out. He was an idiot.
Okay, what I'm saying is semantics.
It is.
He went for 2 years he didn't do anything.
He went away.
He went away. And then he came back and he got put in with a coach that believed in him. And he wasn't in a position where people thought that he would ever see the field as a starter again. Became a starter and actually had some pretty good success. So that's that's why I find it odd that Michael Vick is the one making that stance. But like I said, you're the only person, and most people haven't piggybacked off of it except for Steve Young, which is why I'm going to go into it, that had the best defense for why Kaepernick hasn't been picked up. It's got nothing to do with him being a bad quarterback. It's just he can't fit every NFL system. If somebody says that, there's very little that you can argue with. Because from a statistic standpoint and from everything else, yes, he wasn't great, but you can't. The people who are getting picked up did not have a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. They didn't actually. Some of the guys didn't even have 16 touchdowns.
Right.
They didn't have over 10. You can't tell me Mark Sanchez is great. Mark Sanchez is terrible. Yeah, terrible. Like awful. Why is he even in there?
You think he's terrible?
Yes. I wouldn't even take
the fact that he's still in the NFL is,
and it's a couple other people that go through that that you can go through and say like, yo, they're garbage. But this is what Steve Young said. I'm surprised, even with the situation last year with the kneel down during the national anthem, that people can't see through that and see here's a good player that wants to play and is not toxic in the locker room. The things that most people try to say is that he's not a good teammate. Now, granted, in his 4 years where he was highly productive, he was a terrible teammate. A guy sawed his car in half like any given Sunday because he slept with his old lady. When he was terrible, now when he's terrible, what we're saying is actually when he's a good teammate, and the only way I could back it is the guys voted for him like the best locker room person. The 49ers, which a disorganized and dysfunction organization, voted him as the best teammate. So, I mean, those are the things. Bottom line, he ain't playing. He's doing his activist stuff. I do think he should
get a little credit because he was on a team that people who were in the prime of their career were retiring to get away from.
Right. Yeah, that is something. And then here's the thing. Seattle picked up a guy off the street and signed him. Like this is why some of the stuff is like, man, like if I'm him, if I was committed, I'm a very secure person. Most guys play at that high level, you got to be secure. But I'm sitting like, man, hey, this dude was working at Advanced Disposal the other day. Nothing wrong with that. Makes good money, but I mean, he was doing a regular job. He wasn't even in the NFL. They picked him over me. I would be like, man, dang, man. Maybe I just need to go do what he's doing. And if he's doing that, he's fine. The cool thing about him is he saved up his money. He's doing what he's passionate about. Great. But the lying about him not being committed to football and finding all these other reasons is the only reason that this is still a story. Had they not brung up all these reasons that you can really go against, nobody would be talking about Kaepernick.
Duval Ford text line. We've got a ton of text, actually. 729 says, weed makes a lot of things better, like y'all's show, for example.
I agree.
Nickelback, it cannot help.
Wow. Man. What we just listened to, nothing. I'd trip out listening to that. That could blow your high.
I've never smoked weed in my life. It just made me want to.
Just to calm your nerves.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know where that music was going.
I'm like looking around my shoulder. I'm pretty sure I've heard good Nickelback songs, though.
Yeah, like Rockstar is good. I keep forgetting. There's some other songs. Like, if I heard them, like, then again, I always defend them, but it's not like when I'm on Tidal or
Canadian.
Spotify. Oh, that could be part of it.
Them and Drake need to do a tour.
Oh,
and Justin Bieber.
It'd be so sad. It'd be so emotional. Like, you'll be here all high and you're like feeling like you're on top of the world, and then you'll be like in retrospect thinking about your past breakups.
What, with Drake?
Yeah, that's pretty much every Drake song. Like, started from the bottom, now we here. Bum bum da 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 da. Last week, the other day, when my girl broke up with me, and she said it wasn't up to me. And there's just some things like that. I'm like, Drake is going like, man, dog, I was so amped, and now I'm sad and depressed.
What were we? Because that wasn't on our list. So what do we want the next segment? Oh, 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock already?
Yeah, it's gonna be 8 o'clock by the time we come back. We still got a couple minutes. You want to get on Justin Blackmon?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I forgot. I'm the one who knows about it. All right. So again, Justin Blackmon. It goes back into guys who can be considered terrible teammates or that wasted their talent, different things like that.
Wasted their talent, yeah.
And you got Justin Blackmon. Justin Blackmon did a football camp back home.
What else has he got to do?
But the thing is, sit at home, drink, chief. He ain't got to take a test. He's got cash. We looked that up the other day. He's sitting on. I mean, he made like $11 million, right?
Yeah,
out of his guaranteed money. But the fact that he's you
can only sit there for so long.
Well, he's going and he's talking to kids about the mistakes that he made and how to get better and not do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. And I think that's a stand-up thing.
I do too, and I don't want this to sound.
And he went back home. That's what makes it like you go back to
where's home.
Dang,
is he from Oklahoma?
Somewhere in Oklahoma. I forgot. I try to forget that area of Oklahoma because the guy I used to coach with, that's where he was from.
It's never good when you pull up Justin Blackmon and the first 3 pictures are mugshots.
Yeah. The one bad thing about, to me personally, if a former NFL player in his hometown hosts a camp, there should be more than 30 kids to show up.
That's all the show.
There was only 30. They said it was 30 kids. But him and a couple other OSU
He was
players,
born in California.
Or they said he went to. It
He
wasn't.
went to
Norman.
Ardmore,
That's it,
Plainview.
Ardmore.
Yeah.
That's where it was at.
But those kids don't even know who he is, dude. He was drafted in 2012. Those kids were.
There's a lot of kids here who know. Well, I guess the
First
NFL
grade.
team. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who know who Justin Blackman is. And I mean, I'm not saying I
Let
don't
me
really
say
know,
something without
I don't know about.
sounding-
I don't know much about Ardmore, but I'm assuming it's not a booming metropolis. I mean, it's not a lot of people there.
Let's
just
see.
just me.
There's a
thinking.
population.
What is it?
Of 24,950.
I guarantee you, if there's 24,000 people there, they know who Justin Blackman is. And I guarantee you.
Oh, wait,
every
no, my bad. My bad. It is a booming city. In the 2010 census, it had 24,000. In 2013, it had 48. 48,000 people. It doubled.
its population. I'll give you that, but still not a booming metropolis at
It's
all.
only 90 miles from Dallas.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure they know who he is.
I'm going to say something, and you can tell me if I shouldn't have said this, because we do that a lot.
That's great. That's preface it with all due respect.
So, yeah, with all due respect, you said that he went and he told people, the mistakes he made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kids hear from those people all the stinking time. Don't make the mistakes I made. Like, does that even register to a 10th grader who thinks he's, king of the world now?
A 10th grader who actually, you know what? That's a very true statement. And if people didn't do that, if people didn't go back and say it, we'll be bashing athletes for not going back and telling kids to not do the right thing. You're right. Rappers do it all the time. Hey, I know I rap about this, but hey, that ain't the way. Matter of fact, kids, I'm gonna make a song called "That Ain't the Way," on top of all the other songs that they've made. But the point is, if athletes didn't give back, we'll hear all this stuff about, man, in particular, the African-American athlete. You guys don't ever go back and tell you're supposed to be the role model. Like when we're getting in trouble, you're supposed to be a role model. You're supposed to be telling kids that you're not supposed to do this. And when they do it, well, people do it already. So it's kind of
I guess my bigger,
you do, damned if
I
you
guess
don't.
my bigger point, though, James, is so this guy comes back. He says, hey, I messed up. I screwed up. Don't do what I did. But at the end of the day, you're looking at a guy who made $12 million and played in the NFL.
Right. Now, but I was more logical than other people. Even when people are arguing about Justin Blackman and how dumb, like I posted on my page and people were going like, he's such an idiot, he lost it all. I'm like, whoa, what does lost it all mean? Because like, have you seen how his contract was structured?
Mm-hmm.
Like his last year, I think, was all bonus.
Yeah.
So like, you only don't get the suspended money.
Right.
Like, so I mean, like if that's
the salary,
if that's losing it all, man. I got to lose it all. I want to lose it all.
He was
man.
a 2-time unanimous All-American.
He was a baller. This is why I don't dislike him as a person. I don't know him, but man, the Jaguars could probably be would be a lot better.
Oh no, I remember going.
He is a number one wide receiver.
This is when I had credentials. I remember going out to a practice, and when he was on the field, dude, he was that guy. Like, even in the NFL, even at an NFL practice when nobody sticks out.
Right.
Nobody sticks out of an NFL practice. He stuck out.
I was coaching at Ponte Vedra, and somehow after practice or whatever, we're at some restaurant eating. And it was right before, like, he had just came off a suspension, and, like, they were playing, and the kids were like, Coach, what do you think he's going to do? I ain't going to do nothing. He just came off a suspension. He's going to be rusty. He's going to be this. Like, had like 100 yards.
Yeah, easy.
Like it
made it look easy. No, he could have been great. He could have been great. But anyway, well, I mean, good for Justin Blackman. I mean, you're right. We wouldn't even be talking about him. That's the thing. It's not like we'd be talking bad about him. We wouldn't even be talking about him if he hadn't had 30 kids in Oklahoma show up to a camp.
Right.
But
it's good. It could be other reasons. Like this time last year, or maybe a little bit earlier in the summer, we were talking about him because he got arrested for another DUI. I'd much rather talk about Justin Blackman doing some stuff with kids than getting a DUI.
That's true. That's true. You're listening to the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We'll be right back.
No.
Such an asshole, man. Such an asshole here.
I had to do it. Did you catch that, Scott?
No, I didn't.
James said, I'd much rather be talking about Justin Blackman doing a camp rather than busted for DUI. And I said, this is Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I just realized something. My man did to me what the cop did to you when he wanted to pull you over.
Which time?
When he went,
oh, yeah. Man, still bothers me. Now I gotta go to court.
You got a ticket in Clay County?
Yeah.
You did?
I mean, you can tell me we can change it, but like,
I don't want to be playing.
huh?
That's serious.
It's kind of serious, but not. It's more so like when people, all right, so like, there's people that owe me some cash. I don't care about the fact that they owe me cash so much. It's like when they wanted the loan and when they wanted the money, I was the best friend. That's the only thing. I was just sitting back thinking about it because I mean I owe a couple cats a little bit, not a lot of bit, but you know they're blowing my phone up 24/7 when they want me. Then when they got it, I don't hear from them. Like nothing. They'll post on Facebook they balling and they're in some tropic island or something. I'm like, yo, you ain't even call, like not even check no birthday. No birthday, no Trey. Hey, happy birthday, Trey. No, what are you doing for your birthday? No, nothing. But
let me check something on right. Hey, how long do we have?
2.5.
Tell you what I'm angry about. Guys who like live the life, they leave Jacksonville, go to another city, become a big time baller, and then just show up, just pop up in Jacksonville every now and then for different events.
For a camp for black kids. I had some murders.
That's not really pretty happy with life right now. Wish I could get some cash.
Yeah, the franchise tag was up today. And they offered Kirk Cousins 5 years, $29 million guaranteed, and he turned it down.
I would turn it down too. After what the kids, after what Derek Carr got? I ain't Derek Carr.
You talking about Cousins?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
5 years, $29 million guaranteed. I mean, he might not be Derek Carr, but the Redskins ain't got better options.
Right.
Le'Veon Bell is what they talking about 12?
No, it's done now. I mean, if he didn't sign me, he can't. Deadline's today.
The thought when I was looking at it said they were getting to it.
We'll get into that at 8 o'clock.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM
Lions
Jacksonville
invited
Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The Home Depot has a new idea. Free carpet installation that means
like carpet
installation. Clearing out furniture. Free. Ripping out old carpet. No charge. Hauling it away. On the house.
You know
No
what I'm
hidden
gonna make?
fees. Just free installation on carpet.
No deal for this store is
$699 The Home Depot.
He reacted to it with a tweet.
What do you think about me making this thing? The Jags value.
What was the Jags value?
$1.95 billion at 32%. That's what the big talks about.
All 32%.
Because of the things that are on city, so I guess I just got to get better. The reaction to it is not
It
good.
puts value on it. Because if you was a purchase, the team saw that stuff.
When you miss an interview on 1010XL,
That's where
you can catch it when it's convenient, on demand. I'm CC Underwood of Keller Williams Jacksonville Realty. Go to 1010XL.com on demand. If your home didn't sell the first time, don't get stuck with a weak agent. Go to sellwithcc.com.
You mad, bro? 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
just got to let that screen roll for a minute. You're listening to the Sports Den, coming to you from 10MD Med Spa Studios, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. It is 8 o'clock, which means it's 8 o'clock at the Sports Den on Monday night. What are you hating on? Hit us up on social media. What is it? Sports Den _live? Or just Sports Den Live?
Sports Den _live.
Okay. On everything?
Yep.
Or you can just go to sportsdenlive.com.
Yep, you can get all of it.
There you go. That's probably the easiest way. I haven't been on there in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta submit this next blog. Got it done. Just gotta send it in.
Somebody proofread it?
I always send it to somebody to proofread. It's very hard to proofread my stuff.
I think you should just start sending them like you submit them, like that one you sent to me, and make people piece it together.
Nah, it's really rough. I mean, I'm typing it with my thumbs. It's very difficult. Like nobody has really typed like Pulitzer Prize winning things from their thumbs. I don't think.
Hate o'clock. You know what my hate o'clock is?
What's that?
It's what everybody else in the city's talking about in praise. And that is that the Jags are up 32% in value to $1.95 billion with a B, billion, $2 billion.
Really?
Yes. They're the 42nd ranked professional sports franchise.
In America?
In the world.
The world?
In the world. They only list the top 50, but let me tell you who they're ahead of. Tell me if any of these surprise you. Soccer team, Arsenal.
Sure.
Kansas City Chiefs, they're ahead of. The Cleveland Browns, they're ahead of.
I can see that.
Chelsea, another soccer team.
Oh, okay.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're ahead of.
That's interesting.
The Brooklyn Nets. The St. Louis Cardinals.
Really?
The New Orleans Saints.
Okay, I can dig that.
And the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Well,
they're ahead of.
They just have the MLB owns them still, or did they sell it?
I don't. Why you gotta ask me questions and make me look stupid?
No, I'm just saying I can understand that one.
You ain't supposed to go up in value when you suck, though.
Well, there's a lot of things that are going on.
What's going on?
We have a really, 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 really big Jumbotron thing, and we have a pool. Well, two.
So?
Hey.
I was always told that don't build a pool in your house because it don't do anything to your home values.
Well, that's a home. That's not an NFL.
It's not a stadium.
That's not a stadium.
So we put a pool in a stadium, and we it's worth the bill.
Now, personally, I think the pool should devalue it. I don't understand why people go into the pool. I have a hard time with pools in the first place because I call it like a people stew, especially as hot as it is.
Yeah.
I don't know you people unless or do you have to buy it and it's all the people there know each other?
I have no idea.
Because if it's strangers,
no, I'm with you. I ain't getting in there.
I don't want to get in there. Like I don't know where you've been. And it's hot and sweating. I don't know if you bathed.
It's glass front. I don't need people seeing all my business. You ever see me in a pool? I'm gonna be the dude with the shirt on.
You gonna have the G-string, not G-string. What's it? The bikini, the mankini?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see now. One of the.
That's what I'm gonna rock. Yeah. But I mean, seriously, we won 3 games last year.
I say this though.
Stop with the building. Stop with the expanding. Put something on the field that wins some stinking games. Give us back our small screens.
You're looking at the small part of it, but what the Jaguars do as far as the it's not called the Crown Royal Club, the Sure Club, I think that's it. Like people actually come all over and try to look at that and mimic it.
Good.
So I mean, to me, that's kind of what the value is.
I'd rather people come all over and mimic how our sports team is performing.
Well, that's just not that rational right now.
I mean, when you have people flying into your city to look at the way your seats are done, or your pool, or your amphitheater, hey, you want to talk to our coaches? You have coaches.
No, they're like, man.
You teach me to football?
The Jaguars aren't any good, but they've got butts in the seats, and they're doing something really good that if we mimic it and we win, imagine what it would do to the value of our franchise.
Will say it again. You can take the pools out. You can take the indoor practice facility out. You can take the big screens out. If you go 11-5, you'll sell tickets.
You'll sell tickets.
You'll sell plenty of tickets.
Kansas City has been better than us over the last couple of years.
In that stadium that was built in pre-World War era.
But their valuation isn't as good as ours.
Which is wrong.
At the end of the day, all the Khan cares about is that bread. Now, he wants a product. He wants a product on the field. He wants a winner.
What did Khan pay for this team?
I guarantee it wasn't $1.9 billion.
No, I don't even think it was $1 billion. I want to say it was like $700 something million.
I can see that. somewhere between $500,000 and $700,000. It's a heck of a flip.
I would ask intern, but here's what I'll get.
1 second, please. I'm looking up billboard prices. How much is a billboard in the Jag Stadium?
You got an answer for us? $770 million. And I think Wayne Weaver paid like $180.
Why were they worth $770 million when
they were better then?
They were?
Yeah.
I thought we won like 2 games.
But look at the 5 years previous compared to these 5 years.
Well, okay. They weren't any good. They were mediocre.
Dude, I hate to tell you, we just only won 3.
It was 3 of them.
Yes.
That's right. 3 and a possible. That's right. We had we were trying to make board.
Yes.
We got 4.
We won 3 stinking games, and this man is banking. He's going to upgrade his yacht.
Well, I got us 0-2 right now before we do our next game. I think we're, 6 games, maybe 4 and a possible 2. That's progress. That means the Jags will be worth 3.8 next year.
I know where the money's coming from, text line. I get it. I understand where the money's coming from. It's coming from all you guys that like to go and watch a team lose. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from all you guys that like to go sit in nice, cushy seats with,
cushy seats are nice.
Everything provided, and watch a team lose. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of losing. I don't want to come in here every Sunday in the fall and be a therapist again.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Exactly. I don't want to start every stinking show with, oh, no, we suck again. I'd rather us be playing at Lee High School and going 13-3.
Lee High School just renovated their
high school, not their stadium.
No, the field. They put the good field in there. They had to play somewhere
Whatever,
else
you know what I'm saying. I don't want to use.
Maybe Mandarin. Mandarin hasn't been renovated in a while.
Okay, whatever. Whatever it is.
Bartram Trails Field is really nice.
The NFL actually paid for Bartram Trails Field. So, yeah, it'd be the same thing.
It's not impermissible.
But I'm just, look, I get that. No, not when the Super Bowl team practices here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I get it. I get that Shad Khan is this great businessman, and we were supposed to have these shipyards done 4 years ago.
That's what I'm excited about, is all the other stuff that Shad Khan is bringing to the table.
Okay, great.
If
Good
the team wins, that's amazing. But I would like to go downtown and be able to have a great time.
Will you? Will you go downtown?
Yes.
You will.
I like downtown. I like downtown in most cities. It's just downtown Jacksonville isn't any good. There's nowhere to park. There's no real nightlife. And if I do have a lot of ABC and chill opportunities, I either have to call Cabby, Uber, which I would like to have a hotel that I could just go to that actually is worth something, that looks like something, that hasn't looked the same since I got married there.
Okay.
Almost a decade ago.
Okay, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. What are they doing that's going to bring that down there right now?
Oh, well, Shad, he's basing everything on that. Hopefully he'll get I think he'll get the shipyards thing done a lot faster than it was going to get done before. I don't want to know his art thing. Wasn't he the one
that submitted the proposal 3 years ago?
Yeah, but then they said we're going to put it up to, Shad's proposal looked cool. It was another developer. It was one that looks good. But they put it up against a Noah's Ark replica. Yes, that's exactly what I want in my downtown city. Is a Noah's Ark replica.
The issue was the cleanup. The issue was who was going to pay for the cleanup and all that kind of stuff.
The issue is, I ain't going to go in it because I don't want them cats coming after me.
Yeah, no, you don't. I already know where you're going, and I'm just going to stop you right now. Yeah, no, and I don't either. And I'd be guilty by association, so no, I don't need that. I don't need those problems.
What was that movie with Tom Hanks? With the never mind. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. That's fine. I forgot you don't watch movies or anything that has
I'm just curious as to what it is now with the little thing he was drawing on the
table.
table.
I'm going to look it up right now.
What was it about?
The Catholic Church and some other stuff. I can't think of it. Let's just go. Keep moving because it's bad.
962 says, what Jag fan likes watching this use? You must be a Titan supporter. Talking to you.
You talking about Da Vinci Code?
That's it, Da Vinci Code.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
It's terrifying. That kind of stuff.
No, I didn't see it.
We know what fan I am. I've told everybody who I'm a fan of.
I think that Shad Khan should go old school.
He's gone old school. We brought in the oldest guy we could bring in.
Oh, that's a good point. Kick them out of the $3 million locker room renovation you did. All right, put them in the visitors' locker room.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right, let's not practice in this indoor facility that you just built. It's supposed to be some mecca that nobody knows when it's going to be finished, by the way. Training camp starts next Thursday.
Because he's a business guy, he got the part that needed to get done first.
The part that brings in revenue got done first. So that shows you exactly where everything stands. Kick them out of there. I tell you what, you win 3 games, we can spend a week in that locker room. You win 3 out of your first 4, you can spend a week in there.
3 out of the first 4?
Dude.
What if they win 1 out of the first 4?
No.
They start.
No, 1 out of the first 4, you come to the stadium already dressed. You don't even get a locker room.
Think about it like this. If they win 1 of every 4 games, they're already positive from their +1.
That's my point. I'm talking about old school Pop Warner. Like, mom drops you off, you're dressed.
They've already.
You're carrying your helmet under the shoulder pads with the jerseys over the top of it.
We already had a Pop Warner coach. Like he
no,
was
I don't
bringing
want
the
that.
juice snack, the fruit cups, and the juice
I don't want the rich side of town like apples and
the
orange
slices and freeze pops.
Dude, I want Sweetwater. I want those coaches. Like, hey, you won't show up.
I mean, Sweetwater's pretty rocking, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
The greatest, but I mean, the concession stand is one of the best concession
That's
stands
my
ever.
point, James.
I would go to
Those
more
cats
games
walked
if they had it. You can get collard greens at a Sweetwater concession stand. I can't get collard greens at a Jags game. I would be at every Jag, like messing up my Capasso plan. Hey, yo, let me get that and I'll pay the money. I'll pay the $15, $20 for it. Get Soul Food Bistro in there. Hey, let me get that macaroni, collard greens, fried chicken white, please.
And then an ABC right around the
exactly. Give me that fruit punch. No, not the one. I don't want that hot seat crap. I want the one made by Bertha in the back with 5 pounds of sugar in a 2 liter canister.
And by the way, can you go ahead and get an ambulance outside?
Yeah, I got the first thing I told you. I think you might not. I think Hickox heard me. I had my pills on deck.
No, you just told me I'm gonna be hurting tonight.
I said I'm gonna be hurting, but I had my pills ready. I was like, I'm gonna.
This man was playing Russian roulette with honey dripper.
I'm gonna get. They need a honey dripper lady. Again, I'm with you. I'm on your side now. Anybody for the Jags office, if you're going home from work, listen. Honey dripper stamp. Gotta get a honey dripper stamp. Food truck.
Have her pull right up the concourse.
Yep, put it over there by where, like the day, by
she
the
can be like,
place.
you know what? She can be like Big Perm. She can just make her ways, all like the ice cream truck.
Just keep driving around,
just all the way around.
Oh man, I would be
music playing.
I'd be there, and her prices were right too.
Are they right?
Oh, the prices were good. I was like, what? I can get a large for $1 more? Give me the large, baby. Supersize me, baby. Like, don't play around with my heart.
All right, we'll be right back.
I didn't even get a honey dripper. I was so upset.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. What? I didn't know that. I'm still not going to the Jags game, though. The only reason I'm
We got 4.5.
What?
We got 4.5 minutes.
5.
The only reason I want to go to the Jags game is because we got to come up here and talk about it. It's hard to watch bad football live.
Yep.
If I could watch it at home, then I'd be good. See more. I can see the badness in the comfort of my own home.
I need to come up and check out that new stadium.
I'm going to the game.
Which one? Florida State
Alabama.
Yeah.
Now, trying to think. I should be in the stadium. Not 100% sure though with the ticket prices. But I'll be in the city.
Right. I probably won't get there till like halftime.
I just think it's so ironic at our station, even us too. that will bash players for taking performance enhancement drugs. But we've literally got 904 then MD med spa. It's like 4 or 5 weight loss places that all give you the supplements that are banned. Like for NFL players. Like, man, nah, you shouldn't do that. But come get these testosterone treatments. Is it? Am I wrong? I mean, I guess I'm supposed to know who some of these people are. I know who most of these people are. But Freddie Mercury, would you like go to a Freddie Mercury concert? Like if he was still alive? Over Michael Jackson, Bob Marley,
No.
Smalls, Tupac, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain.
No.
Like do something with that, like wiggle the mouse part right there. I'll make sure it's still. Mom was asking me if it was frozen. Like I put this thing up here and everybody's like, Freddie. I didn't even know who Freddie Mercury was. It felt weird. And I had to look at it.
Man, you know the tickets you're giving me.
The what? Angie Robinson?
They're in my truck.
Oh. Are they 2 or 3?
There's 3. This dude, hey, you're on. These are like the good seats, bro.
That's for real.
And this is what I get out of it.
What? Saturday, I'll bring out some food.
So like,
I don't want food.
let me tell you about Denny's.
I don't need food. I don't need food. I need content.
Food always works, but you need to provide some content too.
Yeah.
But so Rimrock Club, like I guess Joe knows one real well. It's like to the side of the stage, like you're in a glass in the air conditioning, which apparently you're gonna sweat a little bit. Apparently the airflow sucks. Your side might be straight, but you can see the stage. Like it's almost like being not backstage but side stage. And then the artists come through that room, and you get a chance to mingle with them, talk. There's like a beefed up security guard there apparently. Food, it's like super VIP.
Let me look at the concert schedule. I want to go to one. That's what I want to go to meet Bill.
Look up the future.
How's the future?
It's doing it's on Tuesday.
Russell Wilson was hosting the Kids' Choice Awards last night. You can hate on it, man, all you want.
He's getting on this thing. I don't dislike him anymore. I'm actually more on his side.
He's the sports version of Steve Harvey right now, and he's doing everything.
That's not helping. I don't like Steve
He's
Harvey.
helping his pocketbook.
Is he preparing for? Is he not coming back?
He probably sees the income. He's probably got two more
He's
years.
got a huge guaranteed contract.
It was like 4 years though, right? When this contract's over, I don't think he's like going down, man. He should have handled the ball off, but he would have been all right. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, 72.
It is the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fire Wine and Spirits, coming to you from Denny Med Spa Studios. Thanks to our boys at 718 Production.
Got some more gear. We gotta get this out.
Some more gear. Yeah.
This 50 right here, Scott.
Tupac.
Tupac. Oh, now I know. Gotcha.
Wait, Tupac and Eminem.
Yeah.
Tupac and Eminem, one day at a time.
It was Dr. Dre beat. That's why I was thinking. Like Pac obviously wasn't.
I want to find a good concert to go to at David's place. I haven't been yet.
Let's go like at how Rick Blooper, the future.
Styx is coming Thursday. REO Speedwagon.
Is that like something I should buy my son? It's REO Speedwagon.
Journey. They're still touring?
Journey. That's which song was it? Which song was that? Which song was that?
Dude.
I know the name. Just trying to figure out.
Don't stop, believe it.
That okay. I didn't want to say it and then like go all in and then I'm wrong. And you
Like
tell me that's
Harvey's
like
Catcher?
yeah. You know, I'm trying to calm down on that.
Wait a second. On August 2nd, there is a group coming called Straight No Chaser.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't sound like my type of straight up chaser.
Oh, wait, I know who those cats are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Yeah, Lady Annabelle, 27.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Are you interested in Foreigner?
No, I don't want any foreigners.
That's not what I
Check the. Yeah, I was gonna say build the wall.
What about Mary J. Blige?
I'll probably have to go to that one.
Matchbox.
Actually, you
20.
know what? Her concerts are so
Also, Future is coming.
so sad. Like if you've been an R&B singer for 20 years and you've been singing how much men have hurt you, at some point you gotta look in the mirror, take personal responsibility. 20 years of hurts. You gotta be. There's one common denominator in all of it.
Brian Adams.
I don't know, Brian.
Oh, here it is. Okay, Zach Brown Band. That's where there it is.
All right, when's Carlos Santana coming? Let me go check him out.
The 24th of October.
Okay, I'm going to see Carlos. I like Carlos.
Jethro Tull.
How do they not have anything coming the week of Florida, Georgia?
They haven't got the schedule up. Oh wait, yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You're looking at it.
Sure, Hickox makes a good
Isn't
point.
that Santana? Florida, Georgia? Is it the weekend of
It's always like right there around Halloween.
Yeah,
I thought it was the week before this year for some reason. I don't know.
Tom says, so there's an a cappella group that will provide more straight talk no chaser next month than you will. Sad.
How are we on that? Have we
I
had
haven't
any
talked to
feedback?
him. I haven't talked to him. Yeah. Kids Bop is coming. Yeah. Andrew says the only thing this show needs is a DJ. He'll do it for free. He'll cut live. What do you mean? Talk to you about that?
Okay.
Is there anything else out of the Duval Ford text line? 716 says, how in the world is Kirby Smart in Georgia out recruiting Florida? How is he getting 5-star and he's only been there 1 year? Please help me make sense of this. I'm very frustrated. How you mean to make sense of it?
Florida's doing a fine job.
Because Florida has no identity. I've been telling you guys this, if you would listen, I've been telling you guys this for going on 3 years. You cannot recruit without an identity. They have no identity.
Florida recruiting class is fine. You're doing a good job. You're in
Nobody
the
listens to you when it comes to Florida.
You're in the sweepstakes for the Fields kid, which is good. I mean, you're going to be all right.
But 716, there's your reason. If you would just listen to us, I've been saying this since we started this show.
When has
that
Georgia
under Jim
had a bad-
McElwain, there is no identity.
When's the last time Georgia had a bad recruit?
It's been a minute.
So I mean, this is Georgia just
Great facilities. It's a great college town. It's an easy place to recruit to. 729 wants to know, can we get a minute of NASCAR? No.
Did anybody get in a wreck? I mean, like I
Is
don't
NASCAR still going on?
I kind of want to go to Daytona one time just because everybody says it's kind of
Oh, it's cool.
But I don't really know anything about the guys driving around the circle.
You just need to be in the environment, what's around the
Yeah,
race.
no, okay, let me tell you my NASCAR story.
Okay.
So we go to the 4th of July race, whatever it's called now. This has been a couple years back. My cousin from Mississippi had just gotten a divorce, so they're from Mississippi, so of course they're big NASCAR fans.
Is that like what they do in Mississippi?
Yeah, they literally get together and watch every NASCAR race, like 15 of them. Just, yeah. Anyway, so this was like them going to the Super Bowl. Us going to the Super Bowl is them going to Daytona. This joker comes down here, I ain't kidding you now. He says, hey, just take me down to Daytona. This was like Thursday. The race was on Saturday. And then just come back on Saturday. I'm like, where are you staying? Oh, I brought a tent. You brought a tent. This dude camped behind Hooters for 2 nights. So then we go to Daytona for the race. It's delayed for like 6 or 7 hours. It's 195 degrees out there. Byron Leftwich is the official starter.
That seems to match.
Right.
Remember that day.
They start the race. First lap, dude sitting behind us yaks all over my wife.
They've been drinking all day.
Crown Royal, you can smell it in the yak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did anything happen?
Needless to say, he like passed out.
Oh, okay.
Needless to say, Angie ain't going back to a NASCAR race. There's your NASCAR minute. Is that what you meant?
I have a former teammate of mine, T.O. Garris, dead, died of cancer. Sad. Young, too young. He's He's in a white Omega. Remember the frat that I was trying to tell you that if we do this tailgate thing?
Yes.
Well, he's white, but he had gold teeth and he had a whole bunch of other stuff. But he was a former. I got him tickets. My family has no idea who this guy is, who I got him tickets to.
Okay.
So all my guys who I grew up with, I love them. They like to fight. Some of the guys, like when I hit the guy with a chair when I told you about last year, some of these guys encouraged that kind of behavior when we were growing up. Bottom line is, you don't want to mess with some of these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy decides that he spills a drink on my baby sister in front of all these people. And
On accident or on purpose?
On accident, but instead of just owning up and saying, I'm sorry, he decides to say, like almost what you going to do. So they stand up like, what you, and then before they can finish it, my boy T.O. comes out there and say, yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do is apologize for the spilling this drink on her. And they're looking at like, who is this crazy Caucasian that is yelling at this individual like this? Technically he's Armenian, but I had to explain that to him. But it was just
You literally took a time out to explain he was Armenian?
No, after the game. They told me this after the game. They're like, yeah, we almost got kicked out of the game, but your boy showed that he was crazier than all of us and got my man to apologize and clean up your sister. I was like, dang, T.O., you solid dude. Like, dog, like you could have got. They're like, we didn't even know he was with us until that situation happened.
Hey, 655 Texas said on the Duval 4 text line, whatever happened to that calendar you two were going to do? Apparently 655's name is Bambi.
Man, listen, dog. The same thing that happened to Straight Talk No Chaser, same thing that happened to a lot. We get busy. That's why we need an intern that can get on this stuff. But we should try. We should make a really good college staff. All we gotta do is get the people to take a picture.
We've got plenty of fat people.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That is
pleasantly plump.
Shouldn't have said that.
We're not gonna shame anybody.
No.
Exactly.
We got plenty of people for the big man calendar.
I think we should do it.
I only want to do it if we can have it ready for Christmas orders.
Oh, we got it.
can do it in the next
We got it for tomorrow.
and have it ready for Christmas.
So that's not hard. That's the hardest part is getting the photographer.
No, the hardest part is getting the sponsor to pay for it.
It's a good point. But we gotta get the prices. We don't even know how much it costs yet. Could cost $2,000. Could cost $20,000.
Now, don't Google it now. Yeah, we're not gonna do a calendar from Google. We got a guy. We'll get you. I don't even know if he's still around. We actually had the photographer.
Yeah. If not, I mean, I'm sure he's. That's what you do.
Okay.
Okay, well, bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Like a shot video. I don't even know if it's the same concept or whatever it is, but
I will shoot it from our iPhone. Who cares?
hey, you just need content. That'd be kind of creepy. I'm not shooting it from my iPhone. I'm not one. I got to answer for a lot of other stuff. I just really don't want to answer for that. Like I see 12 fat guys on your phone. It's not a good look.
Do you want to talk about Frangie?
Yeah, sure. So Frangie, you know, big time national.
Frank
Frangie, yeah, was gone all week doing one of your favorite things is with the SEC media. So you got a chance to interview everybody, talk to these people, and you know, Frangie got a chance to talk to a guy who used to be a local favorite of at least FSU fans, but I know some Florida fans that still like him.
Who are you talking about?
And Will Muschamp. You got a chance to interview Will Muschamp. And he talked about, you know, Will Muschamp, they go in, they're reminiscing, and they're talking about all the things that happened here, and pretty much Will Muschamp gave him, if I had to do it all again, I wouldn't change a thing.
I scored a point.
Yeah, you know, maybe I would have not got beat by a team that was a Division I AA school that didn't throw one pass, which is very difficult, by the way, like to lose to a team.
Okay.
In college. Okay, my bad. I just thought about that. Frangie goes on to say that he believes that I agree with him, that Will Muschamp is going to become, and he's on the track to become, a superstar coach in the SEC, and he's going to bring South Carolina back.
Stop.
He did say that.
Not say that.
He did say that, and then it got picked up, and it's been a buzz. A lot of different. I've seen it like on like 3 or 4 different SEC websites, and it just kind of went past my page. And I'm like, Frangie did say that, because I was listening, and I think he said he either said it on his show or he came on. I know he came on Hacker's show right when he got back, and he said it, and people were just They've been eating it up. I agree with you. Champ is good. Champ is winning at Florida and not even being here. And he talked about how he's put a lot of people in it. A lot of those guys went to the NFL, so the talent was there. The cupboard was bare when he got it, but it was definitely not empty when he left. I just didn't give him a chance. That's why I believe he'll be a superstar coach.
He's not going to be a superstar coach. He's
not.
not. He's not ever going to be a superstar coach. He's not going to be anything more than an average coach.
He's got a great quarterback.
He had a 571 winning percentage at Florida. At Florida, a 571 winning percentage.
He almost went to. He was one game removed.
He had a 571 winning percentage.
He was
at Florida.
That happens. He had one bad year. One bad year can rock all of it.
Yeah, it rocked it all right. 571.
I mean, that 4-8 year was an anomaly. They weren't that bad.
Well, they're 4 years.
So yeah, 4-8. He had 1 year with he went 12-2, or it could have been 12-2. No, yeah, because they lost to Florida State. They lost the SEC championship. They lost to somebody else.
He went 7-6.
First year, Carver Bear.
11-2.
Good year.
4-8.
Anomaly.
6-5.
Happens. Went to a bowl game.
He's terrible.
What 6-5 year was trying to build.
He's 7-6, 11-2.
He had an 11.
4-8, 6-5. He's terrible.
But that
if that was at,
stop.
Stop. If that was at Florida State, he'd be Leonard Hamilton.
At Florida State, we haven't had that kind of we've never had a 4-8 year, so it's hard to explain. I wasn't alive the last time Florida State didn't go to a bowl game, so it's a little bit different. It just Herb's heart wasn't in it because he saw Cover Bear, so he jetted. And Champ had to build that championship atmosphere.
Yeah, he did a great job. Awesome job. Just like he's going to do with South Carolina.
Look at what's happening.
He'll be fired from South Carolina in 4 years.
I don't think, and I think this is something else that Frank was talking about.
He'll end up at Washington State.
I think he'll be a rock star at South Carolina.
He's not going to be a rock star anywhere because he's not going to win.
He won't get fired from South Carolina.
He will get fired from South Carolina.
He's going to give him. He's going to have an 8-win seasons consistently. And he's going to have that 10-win season.
He's going to do 6 wins.
He's not going to win 8 games consistently at South Carolina.
It's
not going to happen.
The Tides.
You have to score points.
Florida went to the SEC East Championship 2 years in a row without scoring points.
And it was a complete charade. Complete charade.
But the thing is, all he has to do was.
You know what Florida did those 2 years? They beat South Carolina.
Yes, but
they beat Will Muschamp.
They beat Muschamp one of those years, I thought. He was at Auburn. He was at Auburn one of the years. So now they beat him last year.
Yeah, look what Auburn did.
Now he's got his quarterback.
Look how that went. Will Muschamp is he'll be fired in 4 years. He is a grossly overrated coach.
He is a good coach.
He's a terrible coach.
They didn't give him a chance. He beat. You know what? He did what Teeth couldn't do.
What?
He beat Florida State. That's where you got to cue in coming to America. He beat Joe Lewis's.
So I'm going to respectfully disagree with our boy Frank.
I agree. I like Champ. I don't think Champ was given a fair shake.
All right, let's do this. When we come back, let's get to our Jags segment. Let's go over their next game. And then after that, we'll get into how long does it take for a quarterback to develop. Is that what your question is?
Yeah, when you think about a pro-ready quarterback and you've got a team that's on the verge, when do you have to take the training wheels off? And if the training wheels are off, if you believe your quarterback is the good one, do you put him back? If you have to put him back on, what does that mean?
All right, there's our next 2 segments for you. All sports, none of this other stuff. We'll be right back. Scott. He's still having that cell. J. William Culinary is where you need to go right now. JWilliamCulinary.com right now. 25% off everything on the menu right this minute. JWilliamCulinary.com. Jay Phelan prepares the meals here locally. They're delivered to your house. All you got to do is open them up, heat them, and you're feeding the whole family. 25% off the entire menu at JWilliamCulinary.com right now. Trust me, you will not regret it. Tell them the Sports Den sent you.
William right now.
You may say something crazy to you right now.
Sure.
That I won't say on there. Will Muschamp is the 5th best coach in the history of football. When you look.
That's not crazy. I mean, people talk about, and this is not, I mean, hear me. People talk about Florida football, but to me, and for most people, Florida football was there, but when Spurrier came, to me, that's when Florida football really came up.
Spurrier had an 8-17 win.
To me, Spurrier is the best coach that, no matter what Meyer did, to me, Spurrier is the best
two
coach.
championships. So,
But without Spurrier, Urban Meyer never happened.
oh, I agree. I agree.
That's like if Jimbo can win 2 to 3. Jimbo can win 2 to 3 national championships, but Bobby's gonna always be the best coach at Florida State. Without Bobby, there's no program.
Right. Ron Zook maybe is third best coach. Absolutely. Zook is a great.
Zook was
So since 2002, you count the NL size, Florida's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
well. I mean, Bobby used to call him Coach 1, Coach 2 for a while. Like when he was there, he's like they just kept changing coaches. Spurrier was there 11 years.
99 to 90.
Yeah, because he left to go to Washington. To be honest with you, if Spurrier never came, then Jimbo might still be married. He recruited Jake and then drafted him. I don't care about that part. Matter of fact, I really don't care. I'll tell you about so
You remember this is on.
I know.
Okay.
This is why I don't care, because how she came in. I feel bad for her because she's very blinded. My friend Jessica, like from church, like they were friends with her, so they post something.
Friends with you.
Like just his wife, because she went to the Taylor Jacobs was married,
Okay.
so like
Taylor Jacobs is married?
yeah, bad wife too. She went to Florida State. No, it really makes sense. It makes it even really bad. So she comes on there, and I blame Jake and Candy and Jake from Tallahassee when see him messing him up because he's messing up the program. And then she got sensitive and she posted something on there, and she was like, "That's just such a bad rumor and this, that, and the other, destroyed our family and this." I'm like, "You mad at me?
What's a bad rumor?
That what happened? Like he didn't really do it. That's not the reason why he wasn't with Candy." I'm like, "So, and yo, fussing me out." I'm like, "You mad at me because your husband, you don't believe your husband stepped out on you with Candy."
Whoa. You're still married.
Yeah. Yeah. She's still married to him. So I said, so when I seen that, and then all my friends were like, "Uh-oh, we know JC." Because I was about to, everything in me wanted to go in, and I said, "You know what? If I offend," I was like, "You know what? It's not even that big of a deal. If you want to believe that, believe what you want to believe." So I let it go. Then my friends come back on, like, inbox me. They said, "We're really proud that you really held back restraint." I went, "She didn't really say nothing to me." I go back.
This is Malik Jackson of your Jacksonville Jaguars, and you're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
We got to get more of that story at the next
Yeah, I can
break.
give you some more at the break.
That's a story that, Scott, I feel like you should have added about 3 minutes of commercials.
Yeah, it could have got in because, like, you know me, when a lot of times I stir the pot on social media.
No,
And
you're just a flat out instigator.
I am. And there's very few times when I actually just take the high road. And I tried to take the high road this time.
Just,
and
if you want to know more of the story, just go to Facebook Live and you'll hear it at the next break.
Yeah, man, I took the high road, but man, it almost got bad.
How have I not heard this story before?
I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting. It's all good. I mean, hey, listen, I ain't got to live with them, so it don't bother me.
Well, anyway, if
but if you do live with somebody,
yes, and y'all are looking for a new home,
preferably in a house,
That's what you said.
You want to
looking
live
for
with
a
them in
new
a
home.
house. I'm just saying, like, they could live in an apartment or something.
Oh, I got you. Trying to improve your life a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you need to give Willie Smith a call. Let him hook you up with the mortgage. Not hook you up, but let him walk you through the process. It's not like he's going to say, "Hey, here's a free mortgage."
Yeah, what he's going to do is going to look at your stuff, and if there's something wrong with it, he's going to tell you how to correct it. And then, anyways, long story short, what you need to do instead of waiting is call 429-3587, or just go to WillieSmithHomeLoans.com and fill out the information sheet, and he'll call you back, and he'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
Willie will call him back? Like Willie himself?
Like Willie calls you. Scott, Willie called you, right?
Oh, yeah. He called me.
You didn't talk to like an automated machine?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's personal.
Wow. I didn't know Willie had it like that.
Yeah.
All right, so week 3, Jags season. We're in London.
International.
Our favorite Sunday of the year because we get to come do our show earlier in the day.
Yeah. Especially with some of these 4 o'clock shows is killing us.
Oh, Facebook was messing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time kickoff against the Baltimore Ravens in London. I've got them at 1-1 with them winning the first game at Houston because of the rookie quarterback trotting out.
Okay.
And losing the second game at home in the home opener to the Titans. You've got them
0-2.
You're such a hater.
I'm not a hater. I think they're going to.
That's why nobody likes our show.
Well, I thought people liked our show.
6 people.
Haters gonna hate.
610 asked on Duval Ford text line, whatever happened to the intern combine?
Same thing that happened with Calendar.
Notice the theme?
Intern.
We need you to run a 40.
Make the combine happen. Find some other interns, make the combine happen. We'll get actually, we got a little bit of time for that. We'll do that around February.
All right. So anyway, so Baltimore Ravens. You've got them 0-2. I've got them at 1-1, that being the Jags. Of course, last year the Jags got their first win in London.
Mm-hmm.
Good for the Londonites.
Against Indy, right?
Yeah.
When Andrew Luck forgot that he was 240 pounds and then just drop his shoulder and get the first down.
Right. When our secondary, I'm not going to put it on anybody because we don't know whose fault it was, left a guy wide open.
Yep.
To let him back in the game. So the Ravens, before you get your chest out and get all fired up, Duval, let me just tell you. Ravens have Jeremy Maclin and Mike Wallace, Rashad Perryman.
Rashad Perryman, who is on hairline challenge, follicle challenge.
We couldn't go a show without.
No, I'm just saying, like he looks 40.
Does he?
Yeah, it's bad. Like draft day, like he had the dreads, and they were like all of this was gone, and it was like a little island right in the middle of his head with 2 dreads that were hanging off for dear life. It's one of those stitch, and it's the worst balding part. Like so, like when you're if you had like all right, like Stevie Wonder's dreads are receded and it's shiny.
Let you talk about that, man. He don't know what's going on. He doesn't know.
Nobody's that blind. Anyways, it's shiny. It's really shiny, and that was the part. Like when I'm watching him on the draft, I'm like, man, like the guy whispered to him to tell him about he's getting picked up. I'm like, you couldn't whisper and say, bruh, you're supposed to look really good. Anyways, Rashad Perryman.
Okay. Flacco.
Yep. Good
running back, I cannot pronounce his name. Let's just call him Lorenzo.
Okay.
Yeah. That's his first name. Danny Woodhead's there.
He is?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him? Is he like?
I don't know. Danny Woodhead and Lucky Whitehead should link up and
do a head and shoulders
work together.
commercial.
Benjamin Watson's still playing?
Wow.
Dang, 13 years? Wow. Good for him. It's a good career. Defensively, it's not
terrible.
the same Baltimore defense that everybody's used to, I don't think, although Eric Weddle proved to be a pretty good pickup for them.
Timmy Jernigan's really good. Timmy Jernigan played at Florida State. The guy who
he's still there?
Skipped the practice because he had never seen snow before. Like, yeah, he's pretty dominant, like pretty good. Terrell Suggs is old. Terrell Suggs got drafted before I played. Like, he's old. He's been up there for a minute.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith. at corner.
Yeah, I think he's really underrated, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy Jernigan's not there anymore, dude.
Man, this is really out of date. No, my bad. And I'm really looking at.
Now,
this
when you said that,
roster.
that's why I said that. Timmy Jernigan's
Where's he
in
at?
Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
No, now I'm saying. You know what? ESPN.com. When you were naming the offensive people on there, because I was like, man, I'm like, their offense sucks. But then you said Mac. I was like, he did get picked up. Like I'm looking at ESPN.com's depth chart and looking at Timmy Jernigan right now. But when I click on him, it has an Eagles logo in the background.
Yeah.
But it has him starting right now.
Him and Bryce Harper were playing catch the other day.
Yeah. This one isn't my fault. You can literally look at it. It says Timmy Jernigan is the D tackle. I'm sitting here trying to figure this out.
C.J. Mosley at linebacker. I'm going to save the drama. I'm picking Baltimore.
Nah, I'm picking the Jags on this one.
I don't. London, I just don't like the matchup, man. I don't like okay. Defensively, it's going to be a defensive battle like any close Jaguar game is going to be. Okay, it's going to be a defensive battle. Our offense has got to figure out, A, what they are, B, can they run the ball?
Right.
Okay, I'm looking at a veteran defense with a safety in Eric Weddle who is a baller, one that I wanted the Jags to sign when he was a free agent, but why would he come here? I just don't like the matchup, man. It's not like Baltimore's going to go out and win 10 games next year, but they're a team that may win 7 or 8.
No, I agree. I like the Jaguars in this one. I actually like, when I was looking at all of this stuff, when I picked the Texans, I figured there was a lot of similarities on the offensive side between the two offenses. I thought their offense was a little bit better than ours, and I also thought their defense was a little bit better than our defense as well. When I picked the Titans, offense is way better than our offense. Their defense, I don't think their defense is better, but I just think it's so many players they have that can create mismatches that you can't stop everything. When I look at the Ravens, I think our defense is better than the Ravens right now. And, Macklin obviously is good, but you got to, again, we talked about you got to be able to have balance. I don't see a no-name running back that I don't really know very much about being able to.
But that's not the question. The question is, how does our defense stack up against their offense and vice versa?
I think our defense stacks up against their offense.
I think Joe Flacco can find a way to score 17 points, 20 points. Is what I'm saying.
I don't, and I think this is a situation, and maybe one of the few situations I see our offense until I see them gelling and connecting, that just from the outside looking in, that our offense could probably put up 20 points on this Ravens defense. And knowing AFC North football is really the first team to 20, really the first team to 17, typically wins those AFC North type matchups. So that's why I think this is a game that could be won.
I think it can be one. I just think it won't be one.
And this is the one I'm picking because if I don't give them this one,
so now we both got them at 1 and 2.
Yep.
After London, thank God they don't have the bye week after London this year. I mean, they basically do. They got the Jets. Although, if you're the Jags, you can't call anybody a bye week. I love the fact that we play one home game in the first, one true home game. We don't have our second home game until October 15th.
That's good scheduling. So either they can go on a run, like the bottom better not fall out. Because if the bottom does fall out, it's gonna suck. That first home game, you're gonna be able to get tickets for $20.
Well, the first home game's the Titans.
I mean, the second home.
Yeah,
the first home game after all that, you'll be able to get.
And it's not like we're getting rewarded with a star-studded, home lineup. The next home game that we get to look forward to is the Rams. So you go at the Texans. So we don't even get the opening day home game, right? We don't even get to kick off the season. We don't even get the closing day home game. In fact, our last 2 games are on the road. So we don't even get the opening day home game. Then we get the Titans at home. Okay, cool. That's a rival. Awesome. And then you know what? Let's send them to London and then New York and then Pittsburgh. And then let's send the Rams to them. Why couldn't we go to the Rams and send us Pittsburgh?
Well, I think,
or at least
want to win at home. At least LA. I'm not wherever the hell they're at now. Gives us a good chance.
And then we don't have another home game after October 15th till November 5th. So that's what, at the Colts, then a bye, and then the Bengals at home, Chargers at home. We get back-to-back home games. What's Jacksonville going to do? If it's like the past couple years, our season's over by then. But I'm going to try not to be negative. Then we get to go to the Browns, to the Cardinals. And then we get 3 home games in a row, and then we're away for the final 2 games. Did we draw the short straw?
That's what it seems like. I think they just no Monday night game again. Not even a Thursday night game.
No, we don't have a primetime game at all. Making us come in here and work on Christmas Eve at 11 o'clock at night.
That's gonna be the crazy thing.
I mean, preseason games don't count. Yeah, I mean, there's an ESPN game on preseason. Tampa. Man. And then the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We're going to be in here at 11 o'clock at night.
Isn't it like 3 games that are 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
I wasn't really happy about those, but the people need us.
I'm fine with October 15th. I'm actually fine with the Sunday after Thanksgiving, but Christmas Eve? Why they got to send us to San Francisco? Why we got to have a 4 o'clock kickoff?
I don't know. Maybe we can have a toy. Maybe we have the kids come up, put a Christmas tree somewhere, open up gifts.
You and I both know that ain't gonna happen.
Not at all.
We ain't gonna do they ain't gonna let us do anything at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night on Christmas Eve. No.
Nah, I get good point.
No.
I tried.
Let's say if it's 4:05, what time would we be here, Scott?
Right around 10, 11 o'clock, I guess.
Because on a 1 o'clock game,
we're at 8. Yeah.
So
3 hours later.
Add 3 to that. That's take us to 9,
10,
to 10, to 11. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to be here from 11 to 1 a.m.?
12, 1, 2.
At 2. No. Oh, crap.
Yeah, we got 3 hours now, brother.
Awesome. All right.
You'll be listening to us and Freddie Coleman.
If you need a home loan, give our boy Willie Smith a call. Willie Smith Home Loans. Let him get you taken care of. If you got VA availability, it's the one call you need to make. Millie specializes. He is the dude for military families. Call him. He'll get you taken care of, get you in the home of your dreams in no time. Easy process. He makes it easy because he makes it personal. He'll take care of you while James is throwing water bottles at me. Just give him a call. We'll be right back.
429-3587.
There you go, 429-3587. We'll be right back.
Jackson beat the Ravens the last two of the last 3.
Listen, are you in the military, you're in the market for a home loan, what you need to do is go to this special military mortgage workshop, Saturday, July 22nd at 14031 Dunn Avenue from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Willie Smith will be there. He'll help you get access to your VA certificate of eligibility, how to access your DD-214, how to get cash back at closing, all the different questions that you have about the home loan process. What you need to do is call 429-3587. Again, that's 429-3587, 1403 Dunn Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida.
He washes his floor on Saturday.
You will obtain rapid new hair growth through your own stem cells by using your own platelet-rich plasma. Oh, okay. So anyway, so I go in and I go to sleep one night. You know, it was late. You know, I was like, all right, cool. My friends are sending me like, hey, man, we're so proud of you that you didn't respond back. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, she did this, that, and that. So I go to the thread. Oh, she lit me up. Like, lit me up. Like, you know, there was such a vicious rumor. You shouldn't spread rumors, and you know, it demolished our. It really hurt our family, demolished our family, and created separation in us and all these other things. And I wanted to say, like, I didn't do any of that. Like,
what hurt your family?
It hurt your family.
Sticking.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't create that rumor. It ain't a rumor. Somebody did it. 90% of the population believes in your husband. So, you know, like, I read it and then I was looking at it and I was starting to think what I saw was, I was like, I can't do it. I want to do it. I really want to, like, just eat her, like, because everybody, all these people, all these chickens is clucking and giving her this amen chorus and all this other BS. And most of these people don't like me for that reason. Because Tom like to be jerks. And a lot of them know me from college, but I saw the hurt. I'm like, you really believe this? I mean, it got to the point where, man, my college pastor called me and was like, please just like his wife told him to text me, said, please just try to JC. Just don't respond. Just let it go. Just let it go. And I was like, bro, like, you know me. Everything in me wants to respond. And I was just like, but I mean, I get it. I'm okay with the forgiveness and them building their relationship. Yeah, nothing to do with me. Don't take that out on me. Because I didn't do it.
Well, yeah. No, I for some reason I thought that they were still together.
This is what I was talking about. We'll talk about no performance enhancement. We'll talk about giving them testosterone.
I thought that Jacobs and Kansas ran off together. I thought they were together. So he's still married to his wife.
Still in Tallahassee.
Which, okay, like you said, good.
She still does not believe that he did it.
Well, that, I mean, who knows? I mean, that may be her coping mechanism.
That's what
I mean, that's cool.
That was part of the reason why I didn't really want to go into it. But the fact that she went back and edited the comment to put more, and then I'm seeing all these people coming in, and I was just like, you know what? It was. I think it was after the Michigan game. And I was joking because one of my things is about. I always joke.
Was that recent?
Yeah, it was that recent. But I was mad. I was like, man, if we lost that game. Like, I always joke sometimes, and man, my boy's still getting over it. Like, it's still in his head, so he don't have that killer instinct like he had in 2013. 2013 Jimbo was asshole Jimbo. Like, I'm beating everybody by 75. What Bobby Petrino did to us is what Jimbo was doing to everybody else. Like, I'm up by 21, it's not enough. I gotta be up by 42.
Right.
But then this whatever that mess that happened in Michigan.
Oh, the receiver saved those guys.
Oh, yeah,
He would have run that back. That was a wrap.
He got it, and they were trying to get him not to do it. I'm glad Keith says, "Bump you, senior, that ain't going nowhere. I'm doing what I need to do."
I couldn't believe that. That was like the one game last year. There was such a huge talent difference. I had no idea. If you're watching that game, their guys were like 5'4".
It's just their quarterback was tough. Their guys were running past like I think they thought he was faster.
Hey, what's going on? This is Cliff Averill, and you're listening to The Sports Den on my hometown sports station, 1010XL.
These breaks going by a little faster than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Because we got good stories going on.
That's good.
Hey, Scott, can you adjust that mic real quick? Like, no.
Like, turn it around.
Turn it around.
See, there you go.
Yeah, can you throw his mic on?
Oh. It's on.
Hickox.
The legend.
You got to speak up and like into the mic. You remember you forgetting how to do this? Like you're whispering.
I mean, if they were newer, they should be better. And
no, you got to put it up to your mouth.
It's right in front
Wasn't
of you.
this the high school podcast of legends that people still whisper about at the station? Just say, when they did the high school podcast, it was legendary.
Hey, we were pulling crazy numbers up.
Legend has it that a legendary podcast of legendary proportions.
Hey, it was crazy numbers though.
It was.
It was. People love some high school football around here. What does Atlanta say about Jacksonville now? The Jags. You're in the media up there.
They're still just they're a joke there too. Like there is no love for them.
What about this time last year?
What do you mean?
Was it did Atlanta media buy into the Jags were going to be good last year?
Absolutely not. They've always said they'll be terrible again.
So Jacksonville media is the only media that bought in.
Absolutely.
I didn't buy in.
No, I know.
I don't like that. I mean, I got a kid that likes Jaguar stuff.
I mean, Atlanta media jokes about the stadium.
Well, now that's just out of bounds. Atlanta's built the
media
ugliest stadium in the history of stadiums.
Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, it's ugly. I mean, I know it's state of the art and all that, but like, yeah, I think it was you that posted it. Somebody posted the Chinese takeout box.
Yep.
That's exactly what it looks like.
No.
Yes.
No.
That
place is gonna
Atlanta can't talk about anybody with stadiums. They build them every 5 years. It ain't our fault they build them in the wrong part of town and then decide to move them. waste more tax money up there.
They got it up there, man. I don't know what is like. It seems like Atlanta just is flowing money.
Yeah, Atlanta's just flowing money. There's money everywhere in Atlanta.
What is this you want to talk about with Bortles?
Oh, I'm not saying I don't know where we're at or what you're talking about, but now I'm with you.
So how long does it take an NFL quarterback to where you can increase the playbook? Is that what you're asking?
Like this is Bortles. This is year 4 for Bortles, right?
Correct.
So should we be simplifying the playbook for a fourth-year quarterback?
No. Yes for Bortles, no for a fourth-year quarterback.
No, but forget about who it is.
Okay.
If you're dependent upon winning games, and everything is now the future is now. We went back to the future.
You're asking two different questions.
No, I'm saying we brought the old man back so that we can get the winning ways.
Right.
With a quarterback that we feel comfortable in. Like at this point, should a fourth-year quarterback have training wheels?
No. But you asked one thing. If it's about winning now, then yes, he should, because that's what. Man, we said this last year. Bortles is not the guy you drafted. Bortles is not Brett Favre. He's not Ben Roethlisberger. He's Alex Smith. That's who Bortles is. You got to have a downhill running game. You got to have him off the play action. You got to take the field, cut it in thirds or halves, and give him 2 reads instead of 4. That's who Blake Bortles is. And if he progresses through read 1 and it's not there, and he progresses through read 2 and it's not there, then he's got to run with the ball. See Alex Smith. And you can win 10 games a year with that. If you've got the right O-line and you've got the right running back. My biggest fear for Blake Bortles is that we win 6 or 7 games and he has a 25 touchdown, 14 interception year that still doesn't tell us who he is. And we go into next year going, okay, this is the year we're going to find out who Blake is again. But to answer your question, no, I mean, theoretically you shouldn't. But I think the best time for quarterbacks, and this is what I can't wait to see with guys like Jameis Winston and Derek Carr, is years 6 through 9.
Right.
When they've seen every defense that they can see. They've seen almost every team in the schedule. Now they're considered the veteran. They're through the first contract. They got their money, right? And now you see what they are.
Well, I think the difference between you brought Jameis and Derek Carr, who I don't believe will have to regress or take a step back.
No, they
to
won't.
Go forward.
They won't. I'm just talking about
it's got nothing.
Yeah.
And this is like when we let's look at the NFC South. You got Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton's getting older, and the way he plays, like right now, the injury he can't get over.
He's getting worser.
Yeah, Cam Newton may have at best 3 more years in him.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Torn labrum and throwing shoulder. Already plays physical.
He already couldn't throw. I mean,
what I'm
got
saying,
a big
he's
arm.
a physical
Yeah,
quarterback.
I got you.
So
His
that
body can't take the beating that he's been taking the last.
Matty
couple
Ice
years.
has played what? He's over 10, right? Or at that point, he's been playing for a while.
Matty Ice been playing that long?
I don't know, maybe not 10, but he's been playing for a minute.
I'll Google it. Go ahead.
But either way, so you got Matty Ice, Cam Newton. Obviously, you think Drew should have been gone yesterday. Nothing
I think
against
he's a
Drew.
great quarterback.
Nothing
I just,
against
as a
Drew,
Saints
just right
fan,
now, it's time for him. He
yeah,
needs to do the right
time
thing.
to go ahead and move on.
So you say year 6 is the year that they get into that?
I think so.
By year 6, it'll be clear that Jameis is probably the best quarterback in that division, and all these other guys would have had to go in a different direction. He's head and shoulders. Tampa Bay should be, in theory, if everything continues to progress. Right. If you go look at the AFC West, with Derek Carr, look at their quarterback situation. Phillip Rivers won't be there.
Mm-hmm.
Denver,
who knows,
doesn't have a quarterback. Have a quarterback. Why can't I think of who else is
Kansas
over there? Kansas City.
Alex Smith. He's not.
Alex
well,
Smith
they drafted theirs. They drafted Patrick Mahomes.
So again,
the worst quarterback in the draft.
They have to hope, but while Derek Carr is ascending, you only could hope that Mahomes is there. So again, different situation. Blake Bortles is in a situation where Andrew Luck should be getting into that position where he should be getting to where he's playing.
Andrew Luck should be at his peak right now.
At his peak right now. We've got Marcus Mariota, who's a young quarterback that's going to grow with them. You've got Watson, who's a young quarterback that they hope. You've got a ton of guys that are going to grow up together, and that is only going to get bigger. So the quarterback play has to be better. So if he has to simplify now, we have no idea when he's going to. So that means to me that he's not the guy. So why not just go ahead and make the decision?
But it also depends, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. By the way, Matt Ryan was drafted. He's been with Atlanta since 2008, so you're close. So he's going into year 9. Right?
So again, and even then, 6 to 9 years.
No, you're right.
He should be on the tail end.
No, you're right. I didn't realize he'd been there that long. But what I was going to say is, just to play devil's advocate, when you say simplifying, I mean, what does that really mean though? Because it could mean, okay, now they think they've got 3 running backs. They think.
But you can only hand it off once unless you're doing the flea flicker.
But if you've got flea flicker to hand it off again,
or the reverse, so you're doing or double reverse. You technically are only supposed to hand it off once. Like it's not supposed to work in the NFL.
Yeah, they think they've got 3 running backs. So, if they do, then simplifying could really just be we're going to play action and look high-low to a third of the field. And if that's the case, and I can buy into that, I'm cool with that. That's fine with me. Instead of going, 4 across spread, we're reading, strong to weak. I mean, I could buy into that. That is you can make a living off of doing that if you know what you're doing.
Do we want to pay a quarterback that kind of money to be able to do that though?
But if this is the offense that they're going to run, you're going to pay any quarterback to do that. What I'm saying is if they're simplifying to install an offense and not simplifying to dumb it down.
Because that's what I hear. I hear dumbing it down.
And if that's the case,
and
then
that's just
you're
not
right.
good for a fourth-year quarterback when, in theory, all the quarterbacks in that division should be ascending together. When I'm thinking about what they're doing for Mariota, they're not taking it. They're just making Mariota a lot better at what he already does. And when you talk about simplification, that's kind of what they have. But now a guy who can make 2 to 3 reads off of a play action, and if it all fails, he runs a freaking 4.4 and a 40.
Right.
I don't remember what Blake ran, but I think he's like 4.6, which is cool.
Was he that fast?
I don't know. I'm just giving him that. He's not. He's not the slowest of the.
No, he's not. He's more athletic.
But that's not his thing.
It's not.
Like all the other 3 guys, it's kind of what they do.
But if you're going to simplify the offense and dumb down the offense, then you take the risk of losing what weapons you do have.
What weapons do
the
they
free
have?
agency.
Like for example,
tell me a weapon.
Who's the most dangerous? Who's the impact rookie that we said the rookie that's going to have the most impact this season?
D.D. Westbrook.
If you dumb it down, he's going to be the third option.
Westbrook,
he's the third
D.D.
option.
Westbrook makes you able to do that.
No, what I'm saying,
you've got a guy that off the play action can stretch a field when you don't have that now.
If I'm thinking just again,
but if you're dumbing it down, D.D. Westbrook's never going to see the ball.
Hearns, and then D.D. He's the third option.
Okay,
and that's not including it. If you're doing the play action, really the tight end should be one of your looks. But we're taking that out of the equation. I mean, Mercedes. Don't get me wrong.
No,
great guy.
Yeah.
But that's not what Mercedes. That's not his thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear about a quarterback being.
I hear you, but I just I don't know what we have. Blake ran a 4.93.
That doesn't help.
40. I know.
It's not helping me right
now.
I
know. Yeah.
So I have a quarterback that doesn't escape, who's slower than me, who can't read. I have to dumb it down for.
We've got Floyd Mayweather.
I had to take my quarterback from reading To Kill a Mockingbird to reading
Green Eggs and Ham.
That is not what I want to hear. So stop text line. Stop bashing me saying I'm a Jag hater when that's what your quarterback is saying. That should terrify you. You should be looking in the mirror and be like, you know what? I don't have to take this. I should demand that we have a quarterback that can read. Like it should be at this point. Nobody else would suggest that. So like when you asked Hickok about what they talk about in Atlanta, I guarantee you they are not saying, you know what, with Matty Ice is getting a little older. We have to dumb this down for Matty Ice. No other NFL city is saying, even the ones with bad quarterbacks are saying like, you know what, we're going to go.
I was trying to play devil's advocate. I mean, I'm trying to answer your question. Like if I would prefer, as a Jag fan, knowing what Bortles is, I would prefer they dumb it down. I would much prefer that.
But what was it House is the guy's name? Like I thought, what do you guys do? I need to know if my son plays quarterback, if I send him to you, are you going to teach him to read? Or are you going to have to dumb it down?
That's fair.
Like, what are we paying this guy for? What did he bring to whoever the other guy was that he brought over here during last season supposed to help things? I just don't understand
it. That was a PR move.
Like, if somebody brings, for example, again, maybe a lot different situation. My focus is on athleticism. But if a guy brings me in to work on overall speed, my job is not to make him slower so that he can be more effective. My job is to make him faster now so he can be more effective. This is what I don't get. I should be having a $20 million a year business. I need to trade quarterbacks that come, because this way I can say, you know what, he's just bad.
But hold
he's
on.
bad, and I need to.
But you're asking two different things, though, James. What's best for the team right now is to dumb it down.
But
I
if
get
I'm
what you're
dumbing
saying.
it down,
It is an
why
indictment on Blake Bortles.
Why do I
it.
have him when I can go dumb it down for the young quarterback?
That's why you should call Washington right now and say, what do you want for Kirk Cousins? What do you want? You couldn't sign him to a long-term deal. What is it that you want? We'll give it to you. We'll give you Blake, next year's first round, whatever, and we'll gamble. And we'll hope that we can sign him to a long-term deal. We'll pay him his 20-something mil.
And this is where locker rooms get split. And I'm not suggesting any of that stuff. I'm not going to joke like we did last year when people like talk Jags when there was nothing to talk about. We just made up a story. It's if I'm Malik,
we didn't make up a story.
We were just joking. We just threw some stuff. If I'm Malik, if I'm Calais, if I'm all these other guys that are coming in, I'm getting paid. I'm expected to perform at a high level. Nobody's saying the defense is too complicated. Matter of fact, the defensive coordinator, the guys complained. I don't like what you're having me do. I feel uncomfortable.
You're going to do it.
You're going to do it. Figure it out. Everybody else has to figure out. So if he doesn't have success and he's on radio telling people that we're dumbing it down for me and he doesn't have success and all these other guys are expected to perform at a high level, that's what splits locker rooms, is you're babying the face of the freaking franchise. And that's not how you get better. That is not moving forward. That is not a show of a program that's ready to win now. I say program. Of a franchise that's ready to win now. Because you know what? That's what programs do. That's what colleges do. That's what Jim McElwain has to do for his dog that plays quarterback at UF. I have to dumb it down so my dog can run the system. You should not do it for a quarterback that if you don't believe he can do it in year 4, trash him.
You're right. But they don't have an option right now. There's no other option right now. They ain't putting Henny in. And don't start
anything is possible.
Don't start with text line with the Brandon Allen stuff.
No, but if you have to dumb it down, I can, at least for me, on the outside looking in, if you tell me we had to dumb it down because we have Brandon Allen in, I can understand that.
I got you.
But if we have to dumb it down for a guy who shouldn't at this point at least know how to be a pro, who is getting professional help that he's paying a good amount of money for, I should be able to throw in all kinds of crazy concepts. But I understand I get it why you need to do it, but I don't understand with this guy. If this is the play, then as a GM, out of all these other people, this better situations, better things should have happened. If that's the case with this guy.
You got me curious.
Heck, you got GMs getting fired that just went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Like, let that sink in.
Yeah. You got me curious. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's take a break. On the other side, let's talk about just the only way that pre-draft that the NFL tests intelligence, the Wonderlic score. Right?
Okay.
All right. Let's go through some quarterback Wonderlic scores and see what Bortles stacks up. You got me curious now. We've never done this. Right?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
All right. Let's do that on the other side. We'll be right back.
Hey, I mean, we're not talking anything about. What? We're not talking anything about Dennis Smith versus Big Baller. Who is Dennis Smith?
Point guard for the Mavericks. They got drafted after Lonzo Ball got drafted. They played against each other.
Okay.
Lonzo Ball got injured, actually.
Oh, that's the one where Lonzo Ball didn't. He didn't play that game.
Well, he played, but he didn't play for the
He lets her.
Yeah.
So you want me to just let them know we're just kind of talking football right now?
I'll take it on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it quick.
Okay.
Customer satisfaction rating. And that satisfying coverage from Geico isn't just for your car. The Geico Insurance Agency can
That
help you
dude
with
got
renter's
crazy
insurance
hops,
too. And Geico offers motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. You know what else
Think that's got a 48-inch vert.
Got a 40-inch vert?
48-inch, yeah.
Geico is the largest auto insurer in the state, so breathe easy. We've got your back.
Oh, that's the last one.
Plus, you might be able to save even more money because Geico has local agents in
Do you know somebody named Brad Cartwright?
Yeah. Discounts. And Geico offers emergency road
Wow,
service.
Facebook censorship stuff is like strong. Like, I got it to where you can't curse on it or whatever, like, or put something over it and it'll block it, but like, this shouldn't have been able to pass. It's like, quit scratching your balls under the table.
Tony's Auto Sales of Jacksonville. Tony's has new
I
inventory
was like,
every
what?
week and
I really
always
would be able to see it,
sell.
but nobody else
In-house
would.
financing is available for everyone. Browse their inventory at Tony's Auto Sales of Jacksonville.com or stop by the new location. Just 1/4 mile west of Southside Boulevard at 8908 Atlantic Boulevard next to IHOP. Tony's Auto Jacksonville. Luxury cars,
Oh,
low prices.
A lot better than last year.
Hey, this is
I mean, that's the last
all
one.
you do-it-yourself car guys have to check out.
Yeah, the last one I think had.
Every time I'm there, I'm shocked at how much money I save. Used batteries are only
It
$29.99.
had, it actually had 909 views.
Man, y'all
2000. No, it's reach. Like honestly,
Yeah,
that is the one you want to actually pay attention to more. The 2,788 people reached, but it had 909 views. This one has 636 views, 10 shares, 2,090 people reached so far. So I'll probably maybe over. Consistently get over 1,000 views. That's solid.
Platelet-rich plasma treatments. You will obtain blood through platelet-rich plasma. This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime. Now you can
Somebody
stimulate
else is
hair
sitting
growth
at the
and obtain
computer
healthier and
for 3
more hair
hours.
as early as 3 months after one treatment. For more information, call IHRS at 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-IHRS. Results may vary. Now you can stimulate hair growth and reverse thinning hair by using your own hair stem cells through platelet-rich plasma in your frontal hairline, crown area, and entire top of your head. This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime. For more information, call 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-4477. Because sports are like 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Need a roof? Let me tell you about S&C Square Contracting. They just put a roof on my neighbor's house, and his wife couldn't be happier. They were helpful with his insurance claim, their work was impeccable, and they kept the job site clean. Now, I worked in construction for years, and I got to tell you, I know quality materials and quality workmanship. S&C Square is the roofing company I recommend to family, friends, and you. Call 524-8621, 524-8621. S&C Square Roofing with integrity.
This is a good one right here. Kind of look like one of them professional shots right here. Look. People smiling. Look at Scott. This is what we need to get Scott to do the calendar. Take the pictures. Let him have to answer to his wife. Baby, why do you have 150 shots of half-naked fat men in your phone? You get your turn in there?
Newsmakers, playmakers, and insiders from around the NFL join Jaguars.
He actually looks like he's doing work.
They appear on the Rolling Reach Plumbing Hot
He looks like he's writing something down.
Mike and Tony every day for the latest scoops from Jacksonville.
This is the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's the Sports Den coming to you from ThinMD Med Spa Studios. Brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. There's ABC on every corner. Get out and see them. Get you some of the good stuff.
I like this. Who is this, man?
Ghostface Killer.
Oh, nice. Wu-Tang. You know what Wu-Tang is for?
You've told me this before.
Wu-Tang's for the kids, man.
For the kids. I just don't want Nickelback ever again after what I heard. That's the one thing I've learned tonight.
Is that I now know why people talk about Nickelback. Maybe I was looking at too small of a sample size.
You want to get the original caller for the Sports Den on?
NC State?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Big NC State Dave. What's up, my man?
What's up, fellas?
How are you?
Well, two things real quick before I get to why I called. I sent you a text on Saturday. I was a little disappointed you didn't read it concerning James's admiration for big booties.
Oh.
I thought it would have been proper, even though I'm not a huge Queen fan, although how do you not like Bohemian Rhapsody, that you should have played the Queen song Fat Bottom Girls.
Yeah, but every every rap song has
Queen made the is that
Fat Bottom Girls?
No, the Bohemian Rhapsody. What did you just say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just put some on my Facebook about the dude from Queen.
Right.
Like if you could see anybody in the concert, and everybody keeps talking about this Freddie guy. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, and why do y'all keep saying y'all go see him?
Yeah, I
over
wasn't
Bob
like
Marley. I was crazy. I thought it was crazy.
Well, like I was saying, I wasn't a huge fan. I just thought it would have been proper for your admirations for big booties. So
I just think it makes me an honest guy.
And James, also, when I was on hold, you're talking about as slow as you are. I thought you helped white guys get faster.
I do. But it's kind of like one of those things. Like Bill Belichick wasn't a great football player.
Sure.
He's like possibly not possibly. I'm going to go ahead and say he's the greatest coach of all time. It's kind of like that. I had to study to get faster, so I'm able to break it down. Like I'm not going to lie to people. I wasn't even close to a 4.3. I can't even, if you ever see me put 4 and a 3 anywhere, I don't even like the number 43. So
that's good. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go ahead and call this the rookie of the year this year in the NBA is going to be Dennis Smith, okay, from a Wolfpack, okay? He's going to make the big baller look. He will win the rookie of the year. You wait and see. He's lighting it up in Dallas. Everybody was talking about the baller and the guy that went to Philadelphia.
I think it's Fultz.
Have you seen any highlights of him?
I try to make it a general rule in my life not to watch summer league basketball.
Right, I understand. I understand why that's all of a sudden this year because of the big baller, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get that. But
so no, I haven't seen any highlights.
He goes to the whole like Allen Iverson. Okay, he could really. That's the player that he could pattern his career off off of.
Well, then I'll like him then. Allen Iverson's maybe my favorite basketball player of all time to watch.
Yeah, he was misunderstood in a lot of ways, and
I don't care what he did off the court. I just liked watching him on the court.
He got in that thing in high school, you know.
Who didn't get in that thing in high school?
Yeah, but bingo.
No,
you don't even want to know my story, okay?
I know this was a different thing, but I mean,
I'm
who
quite
didn't have
serious.
anything
That
in
is
high
definitely
school?
off the air.
You good, Dave?
But, what's that?
You been good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm always good,
All
man.
right.
Come on.
All right, man.
Come on.
Well-
It's so easy to stay out of trouble. I can't understand kids nowadays and stuff.
No, I
It's
just
so
meant
easy.
like at your age, are you good? Like, are you?
You know, blood pressure, cholesterol. I'm eating more ground turkey. The ribeyes are kind of no longer for the last few weeks.
All right, my man. Take care, brother. I appreciate the call.
Guys. All right.
I mean, you got to take Dave. Dave's an original caller.
Yeah, Dave is without Dave. Dave was he would be number one if one of the first three.
Yeah.
When nobody was like, what is going on? We didn't even know there were local show on a Saturday.
I don't know what happened to Dolphin Gary.
I don't know. I'm starting to get nervous, man. Can we put an APB out for Scott? I didn't punish him, did y'all?
Yeah,
Dolphin
he was
Gary?
on. Yeah, something happened, but
because Dolphin Gary. I mean, maybe Miami not being any good, and both college and the pro team just took him over the edge.
I guess now somebody wants to talk about Freddie Mercury. What have we done here?
Okay,
Nick, what's going on?
I just wanted to say, you guys were talking a little bit about Freddie Mercury. Freddie, if you look at music and genres, of course, rock and roll was a genre, and then you sort of have music that came out of like musicals out of New York City as a genre. Well, Freddie Mercury was, to put this as simply as possible, Freddie Mercury was a person who combined those genres, rock and roll and the Broadway musical.
he was a Queen, right? I mean, he was Queen, and Queen was the group, right?
Queen was the group, and Freddie Mercury was a noted homosexual. And you can hold that against him if you like.
Nah, his music is good, right?
His music is good, and he was a hell of a singer. And he actually had
all right, this is getting a little awkward now. All right, hold on now.
All right, hold on. His you're right. This is way too awkward.
What in the world's going on, Nick?
I was just going to explain something about Freddie Mercury. he had an odd mouth. Okay, as far as his teeth and
okay,
so
he was
forth were
British, right?
concerned. And yeah, he had it was actually from Turkey. He was Turkish, and he was an immigrant to England, and he had an option to have his teeth fixed, but he didn't want to have his teeth fixed. He had a huge overbite because he thought
like
it would
LeVar Ball.
affect. He thought it would affect the he thought it would affect his ability to sing. So he had this ugly mouth, but he held on to it because it increased his ability to sing well.
All right, I appreciate it, Nick. Freddie Mercury looks like oh gosh, it's in a movie. It'll come to me in a second. I'm looking at pictures of Freddie Mercury. I'll think of it in a second. Wonderlic scores. Let's get to Wonderlic scores.
Oh my God!
What?
He's got some incisors.
See, I don't see that on these pictures.
Dude, look at that pic. Just that one right there.
Dear.
Jesus, he's up there with Mac.
Wow.
Take me home tonight.
Huh.
That's him? This is him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He's no Nickelback.
Bottom girl. I didn't know that song. You could have played that. You could have rolled that. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't care about the other stuff. If he has an appreciation for fat bottom girls, that's awesome. Well,
Freddie, wow.
Maybe not the exact. Anyways, all right, let's go talk about what we were talking about. Wonderlic scores. God, it went dark.
All right, so Wonderlic scores. Andrew Luck, 37.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
God, dog, he is a genius.
Alex Smith, 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Tom Brady, 33.
Nice.
Let's see. Eli Manning, 39. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 48.
Okay.
Just as proof that you can still throw interceptions if you're smart. Matt Ryan, 32.
Okay.
Let's see. Phillip Rivers, 30. Colin Kaepernick, 37.
Wow.
Jameis Winston, 27. Marcus Mariota, 33. Kirk Cousins, 33. Blake Bortles, 28.
Okay. So he's competent.
Yeah.
Because didn't Peyton Manning have a 28?
I've just got it on current starters. Let's see. I don't know.
Drew Brees had a 28.
Drew Brees had a 28.
Have you ever tried to take a Wonderlic test?
Yeah.
What did you score?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I did it a couple years ago.
I was over 20. It wasn't 28 though.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I'm surprised at Eli Manning at 39. Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Harvard. That doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't count. I mean,
it does count. Can't discriminate against Ivy League guys.
He's smart. He probably had a 1600 on the SAT.
Exactly.
Dom says FSU's new logo is based off Freddie Mercury.
That logo is so bad. like I understand what they were going for, which is why and we still use that. There's still a lot of ladies there, but I understood why they wanted to change it because to make everybody pay more money, kind of like the jumbo shrimp thing. But they didn't have to use that logo. That logo is bad. That's part of the reason why I don't buy a lot of new stuff, new FSUs, because I really don't like the logo.
Hey, when I say Matthew Stafford, did I say he's Wonderlic scorer already?
No.
Do you think smart quarterback?
I think
no. I think gunslinger who can just
right.
throw it up to Calvin Johnson.
Right.
That's what I think.
38.
Whoa.
38 on the Wonderlic.
Let me tell you this right here. What did Blaine Gabbert score?
28. Oh, what did Blaine Gabbert score? Wasn't it like a 30-something?
What is it?
42.
Can we draft a kid that's got a 16?
That's what I want. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, we can say, I think Cam Newton's knock was he didn't score very high, but
Cam Newton was a 21.
Okay, that's
it's drinking age.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater was a 20. Derek Carr, 20.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
I want the 20. I want the guy.
Mike Vick, 20.
I want the guy that barely passed that has a rocket arm or that has a serviceable score. Like,
oh, dear. Tyrod Taylor.
What?
15.
I can believe it. I want the guy who had the 16 on the ACT and the 2.8 GPA that can play some dang football, man. That's what when you get like people before you joke, when you go and you look at all these top D1 programs, I'm telling you what you see. I don't even have to look at their I don't gotta look at no transcripts. I ain't gotta look. If the better they are, the more 2.7, the 2.9s, and the more 16 to 18 scores on the ACT. That's the guys that I want playing some ball.
That's why Vanderbilt can't win.
Okay. How long did Charlie Batch spend in the league?
He was there for a minute.
He was there. He was a backup.
You about to tell me something
with Pittsburgh
crazy
too.
low?
He scored a 14.
Dude, don't you get? Isn't this like the SAT where you get 14 for writing your name?
Nah, bro.
No?
Nah. And that thing is not what. I'd rather take the ACT or the
Donovan
SAT all day.
McNabb. Okay.
That was his knock, right?
14.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, here's a Wonderlic question. Last year, about 1,800 people attended the music festival. This year, about 2,800 attended. What was the approximate increase in attendance?
10,000.
No.
1,800.
60%, 25%, 10%, or 80%?
All right.
Okay, read the question again, but slower.
No, I'm just giving you an example. I don't want the answer. You don't have a calculator at the Wonderlic.
60%. 60%. See how quick I diagnosed that right there?
What does that have to do with football?
All right, so the thought process is they give you these word problems, and you have to, and you give a certain amount of time, and it's how quick you can take information, break it down, and be able to apply it. So, like when you're having to break down coverages, you have to read blitzes, you have to do all these different things that are being thrown at you.
All right, which following list of odd numbers totals 56? 11, 13, 15, 17? 9, 11, 13, 15? 7, 11, 13, 26? I mean,
C. When I don't know the answer, I just go C.
Hey, we're behind on breaks. Let's take a break. We'll be back on the other side.
That's like me and math. You won't have a calculator your whole life, James. You can't go everywhere without a calculator. Then they put calculators on your phone.
On 1010XL.
No, Vince Young's one of its forwards.
14.
6.
He just walked in, put it in. He just walked in, scribbled a little
But
bit.
just like you said, I mean, he's smarter than that because he figured out a way to spend $10,000 in front of him.
Actually, you're right. Anybody who can spend 15 grand to Jaguars.
So we'll probably have
What
to
do you
sell
buy for the whole store?
That's
what we're saying. You can get a franchise for that.
Right. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-261-2020 today and schedule your LASIK vision exam. Dr. Therese Alvin has performed over 29,000 procedures
Brunel was
and is
22.
Florida's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing $250 price today. Call 844-261-2020 or visit LASIK250.com.
Except Brunel was 20?
Results may vary.
22.
Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com. You wouldn't try to win the playoffs with a third-string quarterback.
Favre
Your
was
MVP
22.
is perfectly healthy. So why are you using
Favre was a 22. They still couldn't figure out not to take pictures of his junk randomly. I mean, that tells you all you need to know. So if you're 14, you can barely survive. You can't even figure out how to text.
So what are you waiting for? Log on to 3ddigital.com and see how we can get you back in the game. 3D Digital, because your website isn't going to update itself.
Thinning or balding hair? IHRS can now stimulate hair growth and reverse thinning hair for both men and women by using your own stem cells through platelet-rich plasma treatments. You will obtain rapid new hair growth through your own stem cells by using your own blood through platelet-rich plasma. This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime. Now you can stimulate hair growth and obtain healthier and more hair as early as 3 months after one treatment. For more information, call IHRS at 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-IHRS. Results may vary. Now you can stimulate hair growth and reverse thinning hair by using your own hair stem cells through platelet-rich plasma in your frontal hairline, crown area, and entire top of your head. This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime. For more information, call 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-IHRS.
Oh, is she Bobby Johnson? Gino.
Oh, is he?
Hey, go look up. Hey, Google the movie South Central. And it was like an old school, like, and tell me Gino doesn't look like OG. Like, this dude ain't OG. Or you can just put OG Bobby Johnson. Tell me that doesn't look like Gino. Not, his fro was a little bit better now that he got money. But when we were in college, that fro was just as nappy as that.
This guy looks like the dad on, what was the movie with Ray Allen?
He got a game?
Oh, is it the same guy?
No, it's Denzel Washington.
This dude looks like that character. And Freddie Murphy,
Jesus Christ.
and Freddie Murphy looks like a movie character that
They're hiring now, so call today.
see the face.
It looks like neighbor. That's what it looks like.
We are Jacksonville. 1010XL. 92.5 FM.
Give yourself a great day of
Doing
golf.
something before we talk about Gino.
And Junior ROTC programs of Jacksonville at the Golf Club at Southampton. Friday, August 4th.
Let's go.
Learn everything you need to know at GreenBeretCharityGolf.com.
This is Vernon Gould, the head coach and athletic director of Trinity Christian Academy.
We can talk about John Jones, dry snitching on everybody. That should have been my 8 o'clock. Dry snitching, not snitching, because there's a time I'm not going to say that, because there are times when you need to snitch. If somebody dies, if somebody shoots somebody, snitch.
Yeah.
But dry snitching is the worst. You want to talk about dry snitching?
We got 3 phone calls.
Oh, we got 3 phone calls. We can talk about O.J. Simpson's parole hearing on Thursday on ESPN. Free juice.
The Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Phone line's loaded up, man.
Yeah, they just, this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait until the end of the show.
Yeah.
And try to force our way to get on the show.
I know. We got like 13 minutes to get everybody in, and y'all just load us up.
The cool thing is we didn't really have nothing else to talk about anyway, so.
Dude, we had like.
I thought we didn't get over our 6 points.
We didn't talk about the Panthers GM.
We kind of did.
We didn't talk about Chris Spillman.
The Ohio State guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
was better. It was an entertaining show anyway.
How about Gino Hayes?
Gino Hayes.
Gino, what's up, dude?
Nothing much, fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. Where you been?
I've been hiding, just sitting around relaxing a little bit for the weekend.
Oh,
cruising.
See, that's that Gino Hayes life, man.
Gino just gets in his fifth wheel and just drives wherever he wants to go.
Go out, buy me like 10 acres, get
Hunt
a fifth
something.
wheel.
Yeah, hunt something.
Act like
poker.
a 64-year-old.
No, just getting, just living the, parking where you at. That's where you at.
Where'd you make more money at, the NFL or Florida State?
Oh.
Come on, man.
Great question.
How big of a pay cut did you take?
Statute of limitation. Statute of
More of my
limitation.
life in NFL than I would ever make at Florida State.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. I was just calling in, man. I just happened to see you guys post, man, and see what you guys was up to, man.
You were supposed to bring some seafood through the station, dog. You was talking
See
to my
what had
man
happened
Corn.
was- See, what had happened was we got to find out what was going on with that, and then we didn't, connect. So
Okay, so you just put it on Corn. All right, when I see him tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, dog, you messed up the seafood connect, man."
yeah, because I was gonna come through. My guy hit me up, man. Yeah, we was gonna come through with the connect.
Hey, on a serious note, as we get closer to football season, you need to come in one Saturday or one Monday night. Just come hang with us.
I am all for it. I am all for that, man. I mean, whatever you guys want to do.
Man, we're getting big time now. We got an intern.
I'll get you a cigar.
Y'all got an intern?
Hey,
What?
speaking of this, how was Ernie's camp? Because I thought it was on Saturday for some reason. So like I'm sitting here waking up and like, yo, I'm about to go to Ernie's camp, and then I look at my timeline and Ernie's camp was the day before.
Ernie Sims?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was great, man. At least I think they had at least 420 kids out there. It came out great, man. And when I get to my drills, I deal with the older crowd of kids. But it was great. He did his thing, and everybody came out, had a great time. Somebody told me something about he hurt himself during the flag football game or something like that, though.
Like, nah, but dead serious. Like, they tried to get me to play last year. And I was like,
Oh no, they asked me. I'm like, no. I'm like,
They getting after it. I mean, like they running like real routes and like getting like full field. I'm like,
no.
So I ain't ran on a full field in a minute, dog.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
No.
But I think they said something about he got hurt. I left after the camp was over with. But the camp was actually a great camp. So he had the mayor, he had everybody out there. They did a great job too, man. They did a great job. The kids loved it. And hopefully we can have our camp coming up soon. Should be a good time too for the other kids as well.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, let's get up soon.
No doubt. We definitely can get up very soon. We got whenever you want to.
All right, my man. We're coming over for poker night soon.
Hey, we can't talk about that.
No, we'll talk about it off air.
Yeah, off air.
All right, Gino. All right, my man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Let's go from Florida State to Alabama.
Oh man,
Big Sam.
It's gonna get interesting.
What's up, my boys?
It scares me when you say general comments. I should make you text me and tell me what your general comments are before I take the call.
No. One thing I really was impressed about was this Saturday. I finally sat down and listened. I was listening to your show, and I knew y'all did it live on Facebook the first time. And I think y'all should do that more often.
We're doing it now.
Like right now.
Well, all right. First of all, I'm not a Facebook junkie like that, so I didn't go to Facebook. But you should advertise that you're doing it every show because, quote, end quote, by James Coleman, he's like, man, we should do this more often. Maybe we'll do it on the next show. So it was no confirmation that y'all would do that.
I tell you what, here's what we'll do, Sam, in honor of you. Intern, can you get on doing Facebook Live every show?
He's writing something down.
He's writing something down instead of giving me the hush finger. Okay, go ahead. Next topic. Sam.
Excellent. All right, next topic. I want to talk about Michael Vick. At the end of the day, I know the conversation with Michael Vick was probably the biggest disappointment that went to the NFL, in which I thought he would win a Super Bowl for somebody. He was probably one of the greatest athletes to play the game in college. Athlete.
I mean,
I'm not saying
I wouldn't say Michael Vick was a disappointment, though. Michael Vick had a little hiccup.
He did.
A small hiccup.
I'm not 100% sure. I've never been to prison before, but I don't think the facilities are really adequate to be able to help you continue to progress.
Probably wasn't a lot of film study.
Well. Not a lot of film study. You only get. I think it's 23-hour lockdown. I mean, he wasn't in Orange is the New Black jail. He was in jail, like the one that they do the series lockdown and stuff like that. He was in that kind of jail.
He was in a maximum security prison.
Coleman, let's be realistic. The kid can ball.
Oh yeah. He can ball.
Well, there ain't many people can go to jail for a couple years and come out and sign a contract.
This is true too. And I want to go to Blake Bortles. Your conversation, about how he was dropping and passing. You only see maybe half the field, a third of the field. You only have 1 or 2 reads. One thing that's neglected in the conversation is a little bit about pass protection and how the Jaguars' offense of line has not up. I mean, when you only have 4 seconds to pass the ball, I mean, it's kind of hard to read.
Dude, if you get now you're right. The protection's been bad, but 4 seconds, man. 4 seconds.
He ain't getting 4 seconds. I can promise you that. But
nah, he's and I mean,
right,
I will have to look,
listen.
but his stats, to your point, his stats, if he has over 2.5, aren't bad. They're not bad.
Okay, I agree with you on that, Denny. But here's the deal. Knowing that being a quarterback, if you get blasted 6 or 7 times. I'm just saying 6 to 7 times during a year, you get blasted. You're not going to make the 3rd read or the 4th read.
You're trying to get rid of the ball, so because you're a little gun shy. I get it.
Yeah. No, that's
but
cool.
just like that's. But to his
that's
defense,
if
I'm going across the middle like what he did to Allen Hurns, one time.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it no more.
No.
We're fighting.
Hey, look,
I remember in college, I punched Wyatt Sexton right in the jaw for throwing me into a cover 2 corner.
He threw you flats into
me the flats in the hard corner.
Calm down. Y'all are starting to sound like a bunch of skilled people.
All right.
Because that's what our fans want to hear. They want to hear the intricacies of identifying the mic, identifying the mic, and having the offensive line be able to slide protect.
Did
that's
Sam
what
just
that's
call
what the people
our show and tell us to calm down? What the hell's going on?
What I did.
Even they be seeing and chilling.
Golly, how do you call our show?
We got to get some.
All right, Sam. We got some other people on the line. Appreciate it, man. Let me get Tucker. What's going on, Tucker?
What's up, Coach?
How are you? Oh, Talbot.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Many Tuckers.
I know
had
we're
a good idea.
We went from Florida State to Alabama to Bishop Kenny.
There it is.
Hey, yep. Well, I just wanted to ask the best fat bottom quarterback coach: does DeAndre Francois or Jacob Eason have a higher, whatever that test grade was, and does that correlate into the season they're going to have? And which one?
They haven't taken it yet. That's an NFL Combine test.
I'm just asking which one you think has a higher one.
Well, we'll have.
Oh. Well, Jacob Eason, I've seen that kid all spring, and he can't read defense very well either.
Yeah, but I don't remember any defense questions on the Wonderlic. I'm going to go with Jacob Eason because he's at Georgia, and I can't say a Florida State guy's going to have a high Wonderlic.
I'm just going to go in the Wonderlic doesn't really. I'm not. I don't want an 8. I'll go out on a limb and say I don't want an 8, but I don't have to have a 48 either. So I mean, just somewhere in between there. Somewhere in between. We'll keep it slim. Keep it.
Now I'll say this: if you're asking me which one's going to be a better pro quarterback, I'll take Eason all day long, only because
he's not going to be as banged up.
Yes, man. You let DeAndre Francois take those hits in the NFL.
Right.
Hopefully he'll get over having to throw the perfect pass. Because you're the one who brought that up to me, and then I went back and watched, and I'm like, yeah, he's really doing he's doing his quarterback drills to perfection. And unfortunately, you do those on air.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a good job throwing the tennis balls and stuff at people, but it's kind of hard to simulate. It's like 6'4", 340 pounds coming right up the middle when you're trying to throw a dig.
The Joker looks like a pitcher coming off the mound. He just squares up and just says, hit me.
Yeah, I would say DeAndre Francois has probably the best mechanic. In my opinion, I think he has really good mechanics.
You better learn how to throw the check down right.
You're probably going to disagree with me, though.
No, not at all, actually. No, I just think he needs to be less mechanical and don't take so many hits. All right, Tuck, appreciate it, brother. I better see you tomorrow night, by the way.
Possibly.
No, I better see you. All right, let me see. Let me get to is this Bert? Bert, what's going on, man?
It's the guys, Salt and Pepper. You are the two guys I love.
This is Bert. This sends us the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The one that gives you all the help. You know, first of all, as far as the Jaguars go, give me 6 games in and I'll decide. You know, we are all numb to it. But I just want to, the first thing I really want to say is that, man, I enjoy your guys' show. It's Saturday, Sunday, and now here we are on Monday, and you guys are out there. And please tell Mr. Prosser to stop hating on Muschamp.
Were you listening earlier?
No, not on this show.
Awesome.
No.
Okay. I can't tell anybody to stop hating on Muschamp after what I said earlier, Bert.
Oh, man, you must have gave him a dose.
I just think I think he's the most overrated coach that maybe I've ever heard of.
Ever?
He's not. I don't think he's really overrated, but I mean, if you really look at some of the facts, what did Muschamp leave them at Florida when he left? Did he recruited, and who's in the NFL? Anybody can change, and anybody can do better, and not learn to blow up.
Bert, you're a South Carolina fan, right?
There you go.
All right, Hey, I tell you what, my man, you keep holding on to hope. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm not. You know, when Spurrier walked off in the middle of the season, because I guess he could do that, and then he was going to become the ambassador for the University of South Carolina, and then when they said it was going to put his name up in Florida, he became the ambassador there. But that's understandable because that's where he needs to be. But he walked away from the team. He quit. He walked away for whatever reason. And anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that I love your show. And whenever you're in Ponte Vedra, let me know because I'll bring you some of my world famous ribs.
All right,
my
man.
out.
Thanks, Bert. Hey, no, you're wrong on that. I'll tell you at the break. Is Steve Spurrier isn't the indoor complex at South Carolina named Stephen Jerry Spurrier? Is Steve Spurrier the only person that's got like major facilities at 2 colleges named after him?
In the same conference, in the same division?
That's life goals right there now.
Do you have anything at Duke? They should have him. They should have something at Duke for him. They ain't been good since he left.
That's true.
Wow.
They've had one good season since Steve Spurrier left.
That's actually pretty cool. Sam says, not Sam, I'm sorry. Dom says, this is awesome. Your listeners telling you to chill and your intern telling you to shut up and wait.
It's awesome.
We are losing all control.
Yep.
On that note, we got to take our final break. We'll be right back.
The St. Louis Cardinals in Chicago Cubs Saturday afternoon at 3 and Sunday night at 7.
Okay. Now he'll send us a picture of that good stuff. He ain't like he's smoking on fruity pebbles, like tropical stuff. Like Future would be proud. Right.
This kind of a short break, you'll still have about 5 minutes.
I was surprised you stopped at 50. You know we can go to 52.
Scott, take your shirt in there, man. Take your shirt out of that box. I know that's not your style, but
we got to get that to the next step.
Take one of the other ones, please. Yeah, he took the camouflage.
But the camo is the one everybody wants.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a giveaway for the camo.
There's a major tie-up on the northbound interstate that could last for hours. We needed to get out there. Sorry, Lisa, no time for that. There's construction on the water ahead of you. Think it's commercial. Go check it out. See ya. It's time to get
Sorry, I forgot.
The phone's ringing again.
Like, why would you? Then we gotta press that. Don't wait till the end of our show to call in.
Stimulate hair growth and obtain healthier and more hair as early as 3 months after one treatment. For more information, call IHRS at 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-IHRS. Results may vary. Now you can stimulate hair growth and reverse thinning hair by using your own hair stem cells through platelet-rich plasma in your frontal hairline, crown area, and entire
No.
This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime. For more information, call 904-268-IHRS. That's 904-268-4477.
Just tell them we don't have time.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Rick Ballou, noon to 3 on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Internal Revenue Service. When you owe a personal or business tax debt and can't pay, just hearing those 3 words brings feelings of fear and anxiety.
Is Rick
I'm
Ballou
John
related to
Davis
Buffalo?
Oriash, managing tax attorney at J. David Tax Law. Everyone knows that if you owe the IRS and don't pay, it's only a matter of time before tax liens, wage garnishments, or bank levies happen to you. The first step to resolution is our no-cost consultation. We take the time to go through your specific tax problem step by step. We explain exactly what your options are and how we can resolve your tax issues. J. David Tax Law is
O.J.
a
Simpson's
right
here
here in Jacksonville.
has
We're only an
240
experienced
years.
tax attorney with
Absolutely.
resolution. Our fee payment plans are affordable for everyone. If you have tax problems, call us now for a no-cost
But why?
consultation
They're showing it live on TV.
904-507-4777.
They want to be there first.
That's 904-507-4777.
What did he say?
Or find us on
Question's
the
gonna
web
call
at
old 24.
jdavidtaxlaw.com. That's
Is he cussing me?
jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Oh, yeah, he's-
Peace
yeah.
of mind is only a click or phone call away.
I'm looking for a reliable pest control company that stands behind their service. Peninsular Pest Control has served homes and businesses in Northeast Florida since 1954. This family-owned and operated business is continually recognized and awarded for outstanding customer service, receiving annual Super Service Awards from Angie's List and the Bold City's Best Award from Jacksonville.com. Discover us at CritterGetter.com. Peninsular, we're the Critter Getters. The 1010XL Restaurant of the Day.
Si, senor, on St. John's Bluff, serving real
of the Day on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get the ones and trying to get the M's. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4, and just 5 years, 40 million more. You are now looking at the 40 million bar. I rate for 10th channel, I'm the 100 million man.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
That's where you wrong.
Oh, your headphones are really loud. You all right over there?
Turning them down.
No, I don't care.
Well, no, I had it loud. Maybe I don't know if people could hear it, the stuff on the Facebook.
Oh, I
Live
got
feed,
you.
so.
I got you. Oh, ours.
I told you I got the floor. I got floor seats for his concert, right?
No.
In Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I asked why you were going to Cleveland.
I was
Guess
thinking
you
about
were
checking out a Browns game, but then I remember it gets cold in Cleveland like in
Next
all
week.
the time. Like, so I'm not gonna go to the Browns game. I'm just gonna go ahead and hop the first flight back so I can be at work on time.
Our headphones will be in Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. I got the email today. Duval Ford text line been going crazy all night long. Sorry we haven't gotten to a bunch of them. Remember when we used to be able to read all these?
Yeah, but now it's like people. Again, I guess the whole theme of the show.
Yeah, I like
supposed
it.
to feel
No,
like
I
you're
love
in the
it.
den. Like
and we need to do a better job of getting the stuff from Facebook.
I told the intern that was his job. to
We
read
haven't
it.
had one single thing.
And
from
there's
Facebook.
been stuff on there because I've looked at it, but like, come on, man, tripping, bro.
All right,
I'm about to take these tickets back, man. Try to do a good thing.
If I wanted to stay a couple more minutes, we'd have an intern meeting tonight. But I don't really want to.
All right, Joe.
Can we just leave it at that, intern? Can we just leave it at that and just like next time, like you're on top of it? I mean, remember when homie brought us his whole PowerPoint presentation?
Yeah, like I can't even read all the comments because it won't even let me scroll. Like, at one point, the video was frozen. He didn't do anything for that. We got like a whole bunch of people saying that. 718 guys put damn interns. Joe said, Joe Cool said my beard is out of hand, which I got to get it cleaned up. I like my beard.
Well, what does that have to do with the intern?
The intern's not reading these comments that
I
I'm
got
reading
you.
them that I just pulled up on my phone. Tripping, man.
I don't know what to do here.
We had 50 comments.
And we didn't get not a one of them? That's what we're supposed to do. You said y'all were talking.
You could just write it down.
You got a whole pad of paper in front of you.
I mean, you could be like,
But you gotta
"That's
slide it over so
That's
they can see
interesting.
it."
Let's write this down." Like we could have got. You know how many people want to hear their names shouted on the radio? The old people who listen to our show. I know in your era, y'all don't really listen to radio like that, but our generation lived for the shout out at night.
Jeez.
Call in what high school you representing, who you ran. This is Bucky Brooks and everybody from here. We from the South Side. Wilson High School represent. Yeah, like that's what our generation likes that kind of stuff, man.
Whose show was that?
I don't know. I don't know what it was in Jacksonville. In
Yeah, it was
Tallahassee,
here.
we had
Actually,
90s. We
it
had
was Easy E show.
How old is he?
He and NC State Dave went to school together, bro.
Easy E is like still doing that.
He's on like 8 different stations now.
Like Easy E is like easy 60 years old.
He's got that radio voice. Oh, what'd you jump out at?
Can't say it. But yeah, Easy is pretty old. But good for him. He's got the end. He's young at heart. But next time, just do that. We gotta be able to dialogue. That's why we only got 3 eyes on the Facebook Live feed. They don't get no feedback.
Here's what. All right, we're gonna have the intern meeting right now in 1 minute. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go back. Write this down. I need you to go back home. I need you to reread that thing you made me read that you printed out when you wanted the intern position. And I need a recommitment here. Like that. That's what we need. Like just reread that. Memorize it. We on the same page, James?
I'm with you, man. I mean, it was really good.
I just assumed it was good.
Pictures
I
and stuff
fake
on
read.
it.
All right, I fake read it.
I mean, I don't really know. I can't do a PowerPoint presentation. That's what we had tutors for. They put those together. But he put the PowerPoint presentation. I was like, man, this.
I fake read it. I'll admit it. I don't know what it said. I was just impressed that homie took the time and thought, you know what? This dude, he's going to do this every single week. We're going to come in with content and all this kind of stuff.
Sorry, this is what week are we in now on him?
Huh?
Is this second week or third week?
This is like third week.
Man, come on, baby. We can't go Blake Bortles with you. We can't take you back and put the training wheels on. You got to roll, baby.
All right. Y'all have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on Saturday. You've been listening to The Sports Den. I'm at Denny_Thompson. That's Big Game James 36. Go follow us. We'll follow you back at some point. And we will see you guys Saturday. In the meantime, go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Go to thinmdmedspot.com. Check both of them out. They can both help you in their own way. We'll see you Saturday.
would you send this?
That was a little startling right there, man.
He said, leave that to the morning crew.
Leave what to them?
That picture. This is what Bert sent us.
Got a little bit of satellite fade, I guess.
Are we still on Facebook Live?
Oh, yeah, push that button. Get us off Facebook Live. Now, get us off. Get us off. You got it?
I'm pressing.